gentlemen and ladies, do we have a secret for you? Did you want to hear what it was?
Nice clubhouse.
Oh, my friends, ladies and gentlemen, my friends, he's back. McDavid said, "Hold my beer, we cannot play 11-6 anymore." I'm not playing with your emotions, sir. It's, like I said, there's things I'm not allowed to say, and there's things that I'm allowed to say. I will say this. He found out that Hopkins was sick. And he's like, there's no way in Sam hell I'm letting this team go. 11 forwards and 6 defensemen. 9. I'll play. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. Now, will he play top minutes or will he play sparingly? I do not have that answer. Yes, that's right. I'm wearing the wife's McDavid jersey in honor of Connor McDavid. It's a little tight. It makes me look bigger. But yeah, McDavid is back. Picard is in net. Rodrigo will back him up. Draisaitl will be back on Friday. Ooh. Hey, trucker. So hopefully that brightens up the day that was bleak when it started. Well, the Blues got to keep winning. Yeah, cheer for the Blues tonight. Hey, we won't hate you, buddy. We understand. You live in Missouri. You're a Blues fan. We can't get mad at you for doing that. Nobody will get mad at you for cheering on the Blues. I mean, again, same situation as last game. Oilers win and Flames lose in regulation. Oilers clinch the playoff spot. So, of course, we're at game 78. Blues, Oilers. And then we got kind of a break. We get the Sharks next. I mean, Midland, Texas. God, that's hot there. You're not lying. That is a hot piece of real estate in the world. Well, they'd have to beat either Vegas or Winnipeg. And then they'd have to beat either Dallas or Colorado. So, I'm not saying it's not impossible for the Blues, but very, very unlikely that the Blues make the playoff, make it out of round one. And like I said, even if they make it out of round one, they get the Dallas Stars or the Colorado Avalanche as their consolation prize. I mean, tough times. I mean, it's not like the Oilers have a cakewalk either. They have LA round one and then either Vegas or Minnesota round two. So I'm not sitting here and saying that the Edmonton Oilers have a cakewalk either, but never say never. We're still about 10-20 minutes away from puck drop. Obviously, I'll keep everybody posted. But yeah, I just thought I'd come on and say hi, how's it going? How's everybody doing? A good team if you guys can keep Holloway healthy. And unfortunately, there's no Holloway tonight. He is out, and there might not be any Holloway for round one of the playoffs either. From what I've been hearing, he could be out a month. Never want to hear it, never want to see it, but unfortunately, that's the bad news. Yeah, in case you guys didn't know, Dylan Holloway has a lower body injury. He's out week to week to a month. Will miss the remainder of the season for sure. They're hoping he's back for round one. Keyword is hoping. But it's like I was saying, right? It's like I told everybody, like everybody that was jumping down my throat, oh, we gave up on Holloway, we shouldn't have. He's injury prone. He hasn't played a full season his entire career. You know those feelings like you hate that you're right, but you know you were right? That's how I'm feeling about the Holloway situation right now. It's tough, right? Like, I get it. You never want to be that guy to say, well, he's injury prone. And he was having himself, I can't sugarcoat it. The kid was having himself an amazing year. He was having a breakout year, for sure. Oh, there's that sexy number 97. Whoo, what a beautiful man. Wearing the Oilers blue and orange. Yeah, I don't think Broberg's going to make it a full career yet either. I mean, the Blues gambled, and for so far this year, the gamble paid off. But it's next year that I'm worried about with these players. Yeah. Because Broberg got hurt earlier this year as well. Like, Broberg missed 7 games earlier this year too. So, again, sure, you guys got them, but do you want them? Thank you. She shared it to Facebook. Oh, ooh. The Oilers can clinch a playoff spot today. St. Louis has to wait until Calgary plays their games they have in hand. Like, this is one thing that I've been saying, and I'll keep saying until my face turns blue. St. Louis has too many games in hand on Calgary and a few too many games in hand on the Vancouver Canucks. Granted, the Canucks keep either winning or barely, like losing or barely winning, which, I mean, hey, good on them. But I have to change my video, edit my video right quick here. Oops. Echo. Now, if you guys live in the Edmonton area and you guys like sweets, check out Sweet Convenience. They are locally owned, locally operated. I'm going to put the hashtag for them in the video. I'm going to They are located at 1693 107 Edmonton Avenue. You can also go on their website and check them out, sweetconvenience.ca. They order in a lot of the American products, so obviously with the tariffs and stuff going on, they're kind of losing money right now. understandable. They're affected. I would almost say they're affected more than most people because they do bring in all of the American food and products. So anyways, as you were, it is on Sportsnet West. Sorry, no. It's on Sportsnet 1. As well as Sportsnet Pacific and Sportsnet Ontario. I'm going to why would you record on Sportsnet Pacific when it's available? Oh, my stars. I'm going to have to chalk this one up in the... I just missed the entire intro because... whatever. Hey! It'll be late if I can. Obviously, I live on the south side of Edmonton, and I'm going to be doing this for the game. So I will get your number, and I'll give you mine in the email, and we'll go from there. I have something cool to gift him. Well, I don't know about that. He's probably got a million things that I don't have. McDavid is back in the lineup. Yes, sir. Okay. There he is right there, Canna. McDavid. It's funny how they say lower body injury when... Yeah, perfect, dude. Yeah, for sure. Bullcrap. No, I'm not allowed to show the game for copyright reasons. I'm already in hot water for certain things I've done. Oh, yes. Oh my goodness. Baby's going all wild up there. But yeah, no, I can't show the game for copyright reasons, but there's other things I do to make up for it. If you stick around, subscribe, enjoy, you'll enjoy the atmosphere. If you're a Blues fan, you'll enjoy the atmosphere. I'm only going to pick on you a little bit. In all honesty, I'm not mad at the Blues. I think their ownership messed up by signing 2 unknowns to those big contracts. But that's just me. That's me. I gotta make sure that the Blues goal horn doesn't go off right away. That would kind of scare a lot of people. McDavid, Skinner, Brown. That's a fucking lineup right there. Hyman, Henrique, and Arvidsson, Podkolzin, and Janmark Perry, Jones, Philippe, and Kapanen. So we're going with 5 defensemen by the looks of it. Yikes. Again, I'm not allowed to show too much of anything. Just because of copyright, and I don't want to get my channel banned. And all those idiots that do show the full games end up deleting the recording so that they don't get their channels banned. It's It's ridiculous. Notice how they've got, like, that's the fun, that's the, go Anna. Go Anna. Oh, Renegade, you crack me up. Oh, I'm pretty sure they will. McDavid's back in the lineup. I don't see why they wouldn't. I mean, McDavid's one man, right? What can he possibly do? One guy isn't going to help in all assets of the game. That Anaheim game. Deplorable. And I'm sorry, but Terry Ryan needs to shut his fucking mouth. Excuse my language here, folks. Terry Ryan needs to shut his fucking mouth. You played hockey in the 1980s. The only reason why people know who you are right now is because you starred in Shoresy. If it wasn't for Shoresy, you'd be a no-name, nobody fucking drunk cokehead. I'm sorry, Terry Ryan, but that's exactly what you are still. Except now you're an actor. You're a drunked-out cokehead. That's why you couldn't make it to NHL. You cared more about the nose candy than you did about staying up for practice and showing up for games. And you can come at me if you ever watch this. I don't care. The fact of what he said about the Oilers game against Anaheim, you got to grab the guy. Yeah, grab the guy, okay. But did you notice that every time an Oiler tried to grab an Anaheim Duck, the ref was right there and assessed penalties almost instantaneously to the Oilers? I don't know. If I was Gudis, I wouldn't play next year for Anaheim. Just my 2 cents. Yeah, right, Nick. I actually did that once, and not so foolproof. That's why I have the whiteboard behind me covered up. I had a few emails saying that I could get in trouble for that. It's crazy what the YouTube moderators are watching. Yeah, the NHL doesn't like any. No, yeah, the NHL doesn't like anything that you show them. Any video, like my clips that I show of highlights, get copyright restricted. Highlights get copyright restricted by Sportsnet and the NHL. It's like, we want to grow our game, but we don't want you guys to show our product. Makes perfect sense to me. Hey, Northern, enjoy the game. You are such a doll. Thank you for calling earlier, by the way. You're great. Might have to bring Rose down for a little bit. She sounds like she's having a fucking meltdown and a half upstairs. Yep. Exactly that. We're promoting your content for free. Just enjoy it.
Club get when its leader is back in the lineup?
I don't think you can get a bigger spark, to be honest with you, Jack, with what's happened here with Edmonton the last month and the injuries they sustained. This is a welcome addition, obviously back in the lineup as Connor McDavid comes back in. And, you know, for me, he's been skating a lot, and he's been building himself up to this point. He's missed the last 8 games. Draisaitl out, obviously, for 7. And, you know, for me, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins being on the lineup is another big hits down the center position. So having Connor back in the mix just puts everything right for a little bit, allows you to have one of your superstars back, and he's excited to go. He was wheeling this morning in morning skate.
Oh, yeah.
He was flying around in warm-up, as you can see here, getting himself ready. And it's hard to replace. It's irreplaceable, actually, what he brings to the table and what he can do in a game. So they've been battling. Guys have stepped up. You're seeing guys get more minutes per game, but having Connor back in the lineup gives him that definitive threat each and every time he's on the ice. And right now, scoring goals has been difficult for Edmonton. They've gotten some production down the lineup, but it's nice for them to have this back in the mix, and they'll be happy about that.
4-4 without McDavid or the Oilers. Both teams can clinch a playoff spot tonight. Edmonton and St. Louis.
Yeah.
The Blues just had their 12-game winning streak snapped on Monday. But who's been the driver for the Blues since the Four Nations break?
Robert Thomas. Everybody in that room says he's brought his game to an extreme level.
And of course, you got to talk about the St. Louis Blue Jays. St. Louis Blues.
Robert Thomas. He's playing a little bit like Bergeron, a good reason.
No, he's not, Rye. No, he's not. He's been ready for a while now.
These are the guys you should try and emulate. So he's doing it offensively. Just a wicked release Thomas has always had. He's an excellent passer, but he has the frame at 218 pounds.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Renegade.
Physical defensive game. He has been a difference maker.
Goaltending matchup tonight. Calvin Pickard for the Oilers. For the Blues, it's Jordan Binnington, who's been beaten 9 times by Zach Hyman in 13 prior games. Hyman standing by with our Gene Principe.
Zach, just seeing Connor McDavid out here, what do you think about the possibility he might play?
Pretty good. I mean, obviously, changes our lineup quite a bit.
What's it been like missing Connor and Leon and Matthias and Trent and John and Stewart and having so many players, important players out of your lineup?
Just keep going. Yeah, I mean, listen, that's a huge chunk of your team. That's a lot of guys to be missing, but lots of opportunity, obviously, without those guys, for guys to step up and get a little more ice time.
Is it all about just getting an X by Edmonton and making sure that you get a playoff spot and then see what happens from there?
Yeah, you want to feel good going to the playoffs, so win as many games as you can here. I think we got 5 left. And,
That's good. That's good. You should be going to school every day.
Thank you.
Our Sportsnet team in the hockey world are in mourning over the loss of our teammate Greg Millen, who passed away suddenly.
Yeah,
on
Greg
Monday
Millen,
morning.
man.
There are countless videos online celebrating both Greg's NHL and broadcast career. We'd like to honor Greg by taking you back to the second round of the playoffs in 1986, where the St. Louis Blues defeated the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yeah, Greg Millen, man. Like that, the hockey world is getting. Yes, McDavid plays regardless of what the American channel is that they're showing. McDavid is playing because he said, "I'm tired of resting." So what's going on that this game is taking forever? Oh, the San Jose Minnesota game. We can't. Ah, yes, that game's on TNT. So this game won't start until the Minnesota San Jose game is over. That sucks. Well, oh. Oh, thank you, Edmund. Yeah, I wasn't sure what game it was because I obviously don't get TNT. What are my thoughts on Rodriguez? He did exactly what you wanted him to do. He kept the team in it for as long as he could. All bullshit and all shenanigans aside, the Oilers played well. Like, I hate that it has to come down to stupid officiating, but that's just the fact of the matter. It came down to officials not wanting to call majors. And when the Oilers tried to retaliate, they got penalized for it. I don't... No, Rangers are not making the playoffs. No, they're done. I think what you see in the East is what you see in the East. Ottawa, Montreal. Good Canadian content. 8-5. Philadelphia beat the Rangers. Ouchies. Yeah, that team's definitely not going nowhere fast. And hey, it is what it is, man. It's yikes. Puck drop is just around the corner, apparently.
Hey, I'm ready, Aaron. Remember that where you want to be in there?
Yeah, you do. You kind of look at the coach, you're like, hey, I'm ready, but they want to make sure you're 100% ready, because usually when you're hurt, at first you know you can't play, then you start thinking, man, maybe I can play, and it's the coach's job sometimes to pull you back a bit.
Okay, so we know that Connor is playing. When you look at that, what do you think of who's not available for the Edmonton Oilers?
That's a ton of firepower out of the lineup, all over the place. Obviously in center, on the wings, back on D. So this group has to really.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Renegade.
What they have is a group that.
Yeah, I saw how they skate. You know what? I counted them out last night. I was like, Vancouver's done. Like, they have no hope. And then they scored 3 goals in the last minute of play, and then win it in overtime. Jesus. If only they beat St. Louis last week and didn't let those points squeak through, we might be talking about the Vancouver Canucks in that wild card spot. But a lot of me just wants the Oilers to keep winning and Vancouver and Calgary to keep winning. Oilers win tonight, Calgary wins tonight, Minnesota hopefully pulls out that victory. They're up 5-4 right now. But if they can pull off that victory, St. Louis drops that 8th spot. And not only that, they drop to irrelevancy. They become part of the island of irrelevancy where we're not talking about them anymore. Like I said, that flash in the pan for the St. Louis Blues. Yeah, that was a great little 12-game win streak you had. But you blew your load to get in the playoffs. And you know what? We want to talk so much about what's different about the Oilers from last year to this year and why they're not as good as last year. Here's why I think they're better than they were last year. What happened last year that the Oilers had to do in order to even make the playoffs? They had to go on a 16-game win streak. Let's not forget that. The Oilers had to. The Oilers had to win every game in that win streak just to make a playoffs. They didn't have to do that this year. They were solidified right in November, December, January. They didn't have to go on any crazy runs. Yeah, you're not wrong, Renegade. Vancouver has to win all their games. Calgary has to win all their games, and St. Louis just has to. Technically, St. Louis only has to lose. Well, St. Louis can win one of the 5 games they remain. So, yeah, I'll always deal with the trolls. I'm okay with it. I welcomed that St. Louis guy. I told that St. Louis guy, bring all your friends in here. I want to see this room filled with St. Louis Blues fans. I didn't think he would. See, guys like him are all beak and no cheek. They're all talk, no action. They talk tough till you punch them in the mouth, and then they don't talk no more. But, like I said, if the St. Louis Blues make the playoffs, I will donate to the St. Louis St. Jude's Foundation.
In the performance of the American and Canadian national anthems.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us.
Oh, Stanley Cup girl's there. Magoo's there. That's a big Oilers sign that guy's got. Take your toque off, girl. I didn't hear any, Joe.
Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Let's go. Play some puck. Like I said, what a great feeling. Let's go, Oilers.
Edmonton Oilers and St. Louis Blues looking to lock down a playoff spot. That man, Calvin Pickard, has been rocked.
What do you mean change the anthem again? Which part of the anthem are they going to change now? Change it back to Suns? I agree. That's bound pissing people off.
Binnington on a 7-game winning streak, as you can see, but 14-2-1 in this stretch that has seen the Blues surge into playoff contention. Connor McDavid still 4th in the league in points per game, playing game number 64 tonight. He would not take no for an answer.
Well,
He's in the lineup tonight.
if the next Prime Minister is conservative, he's changing it back day one. Never should have been changed, but that's politically a different time for a different story.
Defensively, only 5 D-men in the lineup tonight. They're probably quasi-excited about that. Nurse and Stetcher will actually start the game for Edmonton. Your starting line is brought to you by our friends at Scotiabank, believing there's a place for all Canadians in Canada's game. And the ever-dangerous Thomas, 28 points over those last 14, with an early chance that's flicked away. He is number 1 in the league, Louis, since the Four Nations break and scored.
And you saw that quick strike, how it happened. Little button hook by Bouchard.
Shut up, guys.
By Stetcher early in this game to defend.
Foxo lobs it in. I like the fact you're embracing my Bushnievich pronunciation, Louis.
Sam Rosen,
point.
just following his lead. That's how we used to say it in New York.
Absolutely. It's my favorite name to pronounce in the league. Here's Toropchenko. And he chips it right at my partner, sitting next tonight to Olivier.
Yeah. I don't think they ever will change that because that's what it is.
It is, and Calvin Pickard again is 6th in the last 7 for.
I hope they don't change that. Precisely that. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
In Anaheim and Pickard back between the pipes. There's that chance I was just talking about. Thomas has been on a tear. Had a great conversation.
Go both teams. Go team, go. Go sports teams.
The prominent leaders of this team, along with Brayden Schenn down the middle.
McDavid's first shift, 22 seconds.
I'm Native American and I use it.
This is the notable.
Uka Perka. Yeah. You don't think Kako is a funny name? Podkolzin almost scores.
Rebound grab by Brett Kulak. He'll swing it down low. Corey Perry battling and fishing it out for Kulak. Bouchard looking for a lane. It's not there. Blocked by Jake Neighbors and over the play.
Oh, Podkolzin laying the body.
Colson. I don't know how, but Colson is playing tonight after he went down awkwardly in Anaheim.
He's Gumby. It's the only reason he can be in the lineup.
He's Gumby.
88% of the league is out for a while with what happened to him, but great to see him back in the lineup.
Yeah, he took a pretty hard shot.
Finish in the offensive zone.
Bouchard resetting the table for Edmonton, who beat St. Louis
Right.
in overtime in February. Draisaitl tied it late. Connor Brown had the winner in OT, and then a 4-2 victory here on December 7th. The Blues, the league's hottest team, cleared by Ryan Suter. Once again has played every game this year. Max Jones pops it right back in for Edmonton. Ducks inside, and Binnington able to control as Jones looking for that elusive first goal of the year. And now some rough stuff.
See, that's what I mean right there. That's exactly what I mean right there. The Oiler player initiated contact with the St. Louis Blue player. What was the ref do? First thing the ref does, blow the whistle and get in the middle of it. You go the other way, and there's a Blue player starting shit with an Oiler player in front of the Oiler net. I bet that ref doesn't jump in. Oh, Joe, he's on some good stuff. He will not feel a thing until tomorrow. If you've ever had cortisone shots or any type of antibiotic steroid injected into an injury, you know what I mean when I say that'll be numb and feeling good for the next 24 hours. But once it wears off, ooh, you're going to feel everything.
Comes up with it off the draw, cleared by Cam Fowler, and he has been fantastic as a member of the Blues. Nathan Walker drilled by Darnell Nurse, and it's a reset for Edmonton. Walker briefly played for the Oilers. Bouchard up to Connor Brown, he'll shoot it in. Justin Polk up the right-hand side, and that winds up in the St. Louis bench.
Anywhoosies, how's everybody doing on this fine Wednesday evening in Edmonton, Alberta? Again, check out Sweet Convenience.
Brought to you by James H. Brown Accident Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters in injury law.
Well, the first shift in the books for Connor McDavid, and it's always a little exciting. A couple shifts, actually. He's been out there quickly, and no worse for wear, which is a good sign. You always want to kind of test it out. You want to get into the mix, and he's been flying, as we talked about, in practices as late, which is a great look to be able to kind of build yourself up to getting back in the lineup. It's a lot harder when, on short notice, you come from being injured, throw right into the mix. He's been building towards this guy.
Kyrou and Thomas, leaders of not only the Blues, but the
Yeah.
Here's Arvidsson walking.
They're the reason why I'm scared of needles. Those and the dentist needles. I'm terrified of needles myself.
The offer sheets in the offseason. Holloway's hurt, and it does not sound great. Thomas circling for the Blues, lurking dangerously, peering inside. Tried to go to Kyrou, broken up by Kulak. Holloway sounding more like week to week, and he's a guy who's just ripped it up in St. Louis this year. 63 points. Just exploded. Kulak, hard bump.
16 minutes left to go in the first period. 1-1 are the shots. 0-0 is the score. Thank you for being here. My name is Matt for Oilers Fan Reaction. Follow us all over the socials.
Players to insulate the younger players they brought in, and they're spread out amongst the lineup. Young players that are having an impact.
Ooh, that does not sound good, man. Yeah, I had to get one done because my kneecap was... My kneecap was left and the rest of my leg was right. Just to kind of give you a visual of what my knee looked like. I cut a rut coaching at the Army base here in Edmonton at the Garrison. And part of the corner was exposed to concrete. I went and crossed over. I crossed, my leg didn't.
They faced earlier in the season, and they know it, and you can tell the respect factor is high with the way that these St. Louis Blues have come into this game.
I still can't walk right.
In Winnipeg, in a hard-fought game, they didn't feel they played that well. They
No, you're good, man. It's I still don't trust my knee when I'm skating to do full push crossovers. I guess something I got to get over, but he typed 8.0. Was that on the Richter scale for hit? Or was that the magnitude of earthquake? Ooh, what a shot. Lots of slashes going on there. Oh, that would have been a beautiful goal by Connor Brown. Broberg gives the puck away.
Experience, a very good season in the American Hockey League, top 5 in goals among rookies. Set up by Bennington to Walker. Snatcher takes over, Bouchard.
Ooh, yeah, millwrights are rough on their knees. But that grip strength, though, that upper body grip strength. Come on, guys. Can't have that sloppy play.
A dangerous chance. Good defensive play. And that's been the MO, especially Henrique talked this morning about, and he's really stepped up. I know Luke Gazdick talked about it.
Yeah, I'm a old school lumber mill worker. My grip strength and upper body strength is next to none.
Like Henrique's done it throughout his career, and he said sometimes when you're in the zone playing more, it's just next man up, and you feel better about your game. You get into that quality ice time, and you just.
Hey, Dan, how's it going?
Control, so to speak. Sometimes when you're sitting on the bench for long periods of time, it's hard to activate and get in there.
Kyrou trying to center. That was deflected behind the net. Double team on Thomas. Kyrou able to carve it free for Bushnievich. Lenny down low. Grabbed in the corner and played back by Kyrou to Cam Fowler. Thomas tried to center. That went through everyone and clattered off the boards. Taken at the red by Lenny. And then spilled back in by Bushnievich. Thomas trying to center and trying to pull that one on net. Unsuccessful on that endeavor was Kyrou. He's got 9 goals in his last 13 games. He can just get.
Ooh, so far it's 12 minutes into the game. And the shots are 2-1 Edmonton. Everything is held to the outside for both teams. Oh, Broberg might have got away with a trip there. It's okay, though.
3-time 20-goal scorer in college. Will bump it past Nurse and go no further. Bouchard threw it up the boards to Corey Perry. Makes a move through Shed. Staggers his way over the line. Trying to center. Backhand left side. Bennington. Second time. Sitting near side. Bouchard.
Oh my God, Bennington, you stupid fucking dick! 2 more! Give him 2 more! Give him 2 more! Hey, Bennington, you little pussy! That's what I love to see about Bennington. I love that fire, but it's going to cost his team a playoff spot. Good job, Bennington, you stupid retard. Come on, Perry, fight him. Let's go, Perry. Neighbors, you're an idiot. Perry was looking for a fight. I'm sorry, guys, but Bennington's going to get 2 and 2 more for being an idiot. Oh, Neighbors, you just took a shot. Neighbors took 2. Took another. Ooh, that's stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Bennington, you so stupid. If this gets evened up for some bullshit, man, I'm going to tell you what.
And then Bennington came out aggressively and more or less blockered. It looked like Perry to me on first take.
Blockered him twice. Oh, Bennington, you're such a pussy. Now this is when the Oilers can score in bunches on this baby. Little puss.
There's the shot in the back of the head with the glove, and then he comes in, gives him another shot on the ground.
Stupid.
Over as both teams converge. This one's gotten pretty early. We'll see how they sort these things out when we come back from this break.
If they even this up, that's bullshit and bad reffing. In my eyes, Bennington gets 2. He could possibly get 4. Perry gets 5 for fighting. Neighbors gets 5 for fighting. At the very least, the Oilers should have at least one power play. Don't tell me they went 4-4. Of course, they fucking evened it up. You gotta be kidding me. They gave Perry the extra 2. They fucking evened it up. What a fucking joke. I don't think he was selling nothing. I think he got a glove to the back of the head and then followed up by a blocker. If anybody thinks Perry was selling that, man. But yeah, no, it would be hilarious if he was selling, right? Like, there's no way they evened that up. There is no way they called. Oh, wow. So what, Neighbors gets nothing for jumping a guy? Oh, wow. I don't know, guys. I'm baffled. I'm baffled that gets evened up. Hey, ref, you should have gone to Specsavers. You can't see shit.
Affordable for all. Should have gone to Specsavers.
Well, 2 teams trying to punch their ticket to the postseason and guarantee a spot in. Here you can see Perry as he tries to pound this puck in on the doorstep. Watch his left leg bang right into Bennington's mask. That's what shook him up. That's what made him angry. Once he did get up, and great defending by the Blues, by the way, to keep that out of the net. He got up and gave him one shot and then another shot.
He should be under concussion protocol.
It looks like 2 minutes on the board for the Blues, which will be the only extra
concussion protocol.
They have a 0 up on the board, but I think they want to put 50 up there potentially.
Louis, I have one question for you here.
Should he not be under concussion protocol?
Is there any chance a spotter wants the word with Bennington?
Yeah, that's...
I'll say why. Because he did stay there for a second. He didn't just immediately jump up. When you think about it, there was a lot of stuff happening around him, and a puck was trying to be put in the net, but
I don't know. You took Skinner out.
he did take a shot in the face, but he obviously, when he got up, looked pretty good with a couple forearm shivers.
That's a joke.
I think he's okay, and I think he would probably say the same thing to the spotter.
That's a joke.
But obviously,
That's a joke.
Monty is not happy about this.
Your starting goalie should be on the bench right now. 10-minute, 15-minute concussion protocol. This league's a fucking joke.
Sports and lottery all in one place. So this is an Edmonton power play. As Louis mentioned, much to the chagrin of the St. Louis staff. Here's Connor McDavid in over the line, 0 for 6 on Monday against Anaheim. But of course, no Draisaitl, no McDavid in that game. 2-on-1 shorthanded. Bushniewicz over the line, chips it over.
How's that not a call? How's that not a call? He grabbed the player. He grabbed the player's jersey from behind. Can we review that shit?
And we might have an unsportsmanlike conduct.
Fuck you, Blues fans! Fuck you, referee! That's complete bullshit! You can't grab a guy's jersey from behind! Penalty there, no call! Fuck you, NHL, you piece of shit reffing! I don't fucking care if you don't like me! You can't grab a guy's jersey and pull him back! No way! What are you looking at as a referee?
He was going to catch the 2-on-1, to be honest with you, but he certainly was interfered with down the
Complete fucking bullshit!
By Suter, the defenseman.
Come at me, you fucking piece of shit, Blues fans!
This one home.
Come fucking at me!
And 1-0 on a shorthanded goal by the
Fucking bullshit!
In his 20th season, that's his 5th career shorthanded goal.
What a fucking joke! You want to tell me this league's the best league in the NBA? Fucking bullshit! Bull fucking shit! Guys should be under concussion protocol! Gets away with a punch off the fucking face off. Gets away with a hold. But you're right, Oilers fans complain about reffing. I told you guys what the fuck would happen if anybody on the team complained about the reffing from last game. I told you exactly what the fuck was going to happen.
like I said, I don't necessarily think he's going to get there, but
It doesn't fucking matter if he gets there, Louis! The fact of the matter is you can't grab a guy and hold him up!
with a little help for his teammates on the 2-on-1.
So the Oiler power play continues for another minute 25. It's the fourth shorty the Oilers have.
You are a fucking joke, Louis DeBrusque!
Caught straddling the blue line allows the puck to exit. That's an offside against Edmonton.
The refs in this game are unacceptably fucking bad.
Well, I guess the feeling out process is over. All of a sudden it's heated up in a
You
hurry.
wouldn't know that these guys haven't seen each other for a while.
Unfucking acceptable.
Active dislike for one another. Suter off the draw will fling it down the ice. So Skinner picks up a 10-minute misconduct.
Skinner picks up a 10-minute misconduct for what? Telling you how to do your fucking job? How's about you fucking do your fucking job?
Connor McDavid, he'll gain the line.
I hope the Blues miss the fucking playoffs. I'm sick and tired of it. Fuck this team and their fucking bullshit.
Feeds the point at draw.
You're not fucking good. You got one good goalie.
Nurse will smack it around for McDavid. Here's inside. Quartet of Blues, tight box. Nurse, back to McDavid. He'll challenge at center. Taken out. Arvidsson couldn't get the one-timer off. Nurse, back to McDavid. Fires and a
I'm sorry, but fuck this game.
Screen from Hyman.
This is why refs should be held fucking accountable.
Nurse and Bouchard trade a one-timer. Nurse and a save. Binnington rebound. McDavid around Suter. Angle to Nurse. McDavid. Nurse back to McDavid. Nurse. Arvidsson using a screen. Remember, Nurse is in there because Wallman is sick. Otherwise, likely Wallman will be on this power play. Here's McDavid in front, and that was flicked up.
What a fucking joke.
By Victor Arvidsson with 9.5 to go in this first period. And the Blues having taken a 1-0 lead on a shorthanded goal by the Angels, Ryan Suter. Good look for McDavid. But
What a fucking joke. Congratulations, NHL. This is what you want, right? These are the refs you want in your fucking league. I told you guys. But I told you guys. If the Oilers brass or coach or player says a fucking thing about the reffing that happened against Anaheim, they're going to get dinged for it in the next game. And they're getting fucking dinged for it. Why? Because these refs all have fucking egos. Fucking soft as baby shit fucking egos. Tell me again that Gary Bettman doesn't have a fucking agenda. Tell me again there's no agenda when it comes to reffing in the NHL. Fucking sick and tired of it. I wish I cheered for an American team, guys. I fucking wish I cheered for an American team. What a fucking joke. Fuck you, Binnington, you fucking pussy.
High and the glove up high and getting the scrums. He's active, and he's one of those guys that just can't help himself. He will get involved physically, and Ken, a super ultra competitive human being, and he boils over sometimes. He boiled over there for good reason. Took a pretty good shot to the
Good
head.
question, Chemo.
And his teammates killed off the penalty for him.
it's part of his game, and he's been reined in at times. Remember Craig Berube years ago, and kind of enough. And I think he's kind of cleaned up that part for the most part, but certainly it runs in the red at times. I guess something you and I can empathize with, Louis. Yeah.
There's been a few goalies like that over the years, and they're usually the ones we talk about a lot.
Zach Bolduc has had a great year for St. Louis. 18 goals coming in. Breakout campaign for him. Breakout
Fucking
pass from
disgusted.
Kulak to Podolski. Stymied by
I'm
Stuggerud.
fucking
and now
disgusted
walking
by
into
this
Shen.
reffing in this
Pickard that's
league.
guided to the corner by Pickard. Sharp angle shot. Stuggerud. That's gonna make it through. Stetcher drives it loose. And
It is unacceptable, the reffing in the NHL.
with 8.5 to go.
And it's stupid
First period, the Blues
that you
on
cannot
a goal by Ryan
question them. We are God.
shorthanded goal.
Don't even ask us.
The Blues this year had a notion of developing an odd man rush there, but Emberson nullified that, got it in deep. Here's Fowler, who's just been brilliant since coming over to
Not icing. That's tip. That's completely icing. No.
for the Blues. Whipped around. Hyman got behind the defense, left it in front.
Guess what, guys? Francois Chiron is the fucking ref in this game.
Robert Thomas.
Again.
Off the middle, Kyrou. Tough
What a
pass,
fucking
handled
joke.
by Dvorsky. Kyrou will slap it in. Pickard leaves for Emerson.
I can't, man. I honestly just.
Stopped by Bennington. He'll play it off the glass. Torchenko didn't get it out. Brown shoveled down low. Picked off by Fowler. Advanced through Nathan Walker. Tried to go up the gut too far. Torchenko. Pickard will lay it for Bouchard. Did not get out. Here's Walker firing short side. Save made by Pickard, and then Fox couldn't get one on. Bouchard up the middle. And that was tipped on to Max Jones. He'll chip and charge. Fowler wanders over. McDavid putting pressure on him. Torchenko didn't get it out. Brown tried to saucer it across to Bouchard. Edmonton has to fall back.
I'm sorry, guys. This game just.
Under control, Kulak. Drop pass. Here's Noah Philp a shot. And that handcuffed Jordan Bennington. Noah Philp making his 13th NHL.
Wonder why you scored a goal, Bunny. Got away with 2 penalties in 1 play, but let's not talk about it. Let's not question officiating.
Away quickly. Bennington had to make a reaction, say this guy's been hot against Jordan Bennington, and he creates a real solid chance again. That little spin move on the line gets the inside track on Suter. Doubly checked, but this puck pops right to Henrique, and he just can't bring it from backhand to forehand. And then Noah Philp, I like this move. Down the left-hand side is a right-handed
I could care less if it was a fucking perfectly placed goal, well-deserved, well-earned goal. I wouldn't be upset by it. But it's how the goal was scored. It's how the goal was scored that irks me. I'm just. If this is how this game is going to go. Final score 4-2 Edmonton.
Good selection to zip it through on the wrister. Face-off win, funnel to the net. Good screen right here by Phil, who gets to the front of the net. And this wrister by Nurse is tipped a little bit en route. Or no, maybe it gets right through. I thought it was Philp that got a little piece of it, but it had eyes. And not a chance for Bennington to see around Philp in that situation. The quick release of Nurse dings the iron.
Bennington having won 13 of his last 14 starts. A shot by Bouchard sailed line. Reminiscent of his 2019 run.
Shut the fuck up, man. Like, man, all these guys do is talk about St. Louis and Bennington. Fuck off. If I wanted to watch the St. Louis Blues broadcast, I'd watch the St. Louis Blues podcast.
Boston in Game 7, just a terrific run for the St. Louis Blues, and he was a huge.
Holy fuck, can I mute these fucking assholes? Like, fuck, Louis, just shut the fuck up and either A, go join the Vancouver broadcast or just get out of broadcasting.
Finish because they were unreal. They came into the postseason like juggernauts, and they never looked back.
Made a coaching change in November that year as well. Mike Yeo giving way to Greg Berube. This year, Drew Bannister relieved of his duties, and Jim Montgomery has come in. He didn't forget how to coach in Boston.
The St. Louis broadcast is probably on Bally Sports or whatever they call it now. I know they changed the name recently. But you probably only could get the Blues broadcast on TNT. And they're probably talking better about the Oilers than the fucking Oilers broadcast is. As per fucking usual, though. How they talking, Edmund?
Watch how he does things. And Robert Thomas said, listen, that's
positive or negative?
I want to be known as a 200-foot player, not just an offensive guy. And he's become that. He's a real solid player. When you get the praise that he's been getting from his teammates.
So, yeah, like I said, if I wanted...
Well, Montgomery told us when he took over, we saw him a couple weeks after he got the job, he said, look, let's be honest, guys, this team is going to go as far as Thomas and Kyrou are going to take us. And he's been bang on. Off the draw, here's McDavid trying to bank it off Binnington, who's probably the third member of that trio in terms of how far the Blues can go here. Gotta have it. Nurse will knock it down.
5.5 minutes left to go in the first period. 1-0 St. Louis. Shots are 5-4 for Edmonton.
6 in a row for the Blues. It'd be the first since 2022.
The Blues are allowed, if the Oilers are allowed to play hockey, we might have a game. Not going to hold my breath.
They were within, about a minute of forcing overtime in Game 6. Arvidsson ahead. McDavid run off the puck. Dvorsky muscled it back towards center.
Darren Helm ended their season. Might as well have been an overtime goal.
Foul on the left-hand side. And that's jammed in tight. Phil absorbed the hit to make the play, and now an outlet bobbled by Emerson is able to recover and force it back in. Walker will get it back from Fowler. Outlet to Broberg. Plus 20 for the Blues. It's been a great year for him as well in St. Louis. Kulak will knock it down off Lexi. Looked up ice. Whistle one ahead for Kaplan. That was broken up. Phil gives way to Emerson. Now Kulak. Again, we've seen a lot of this. Both teams clogging up the neutral zone.
And I think it's the way Edmonton knows they have to play. McDavid back in the lineup, you get one of your superstars back, but at the same time, you still have to play within your means and in your system. So that's make sure you're bringing the ice up correctly and not turning it over to a St. Louis Blues team that loves to counter.
1-0 game in favor of St. Louis. Look at downtown Edmonton. It's springtime.
Draisaitl's been injured for like 3 games. People keep wondering why we haven't won games. We haven't had a fucking lineup. We played preseason lineups for the last 10 days. It is what it is, though, folks. It's what the NHL wanted, right? That's all right. You don't need to pay attention. All right. That's why you got me. That's why you got me, my friend. I can't wait for playoffs to start. Healthy Edmonton Oilers in the playoffs. LA, you're fucked. Of course, we got a flashback even farther to Binnington. Everything is about fucking Jordan Binnington. Hey, Sportsnet, there's another goalie on the other end that's just as good. Holy fucking Christ. I don't care who. I could care less. Another fucking monkey. Gary Bettman's not going anywhere, and that's the problem.
And he did it again. What a performance, and what a game, by the way.
He won't retire until he dies.
U.S. keeps winning the wrong games, Louis. They win in the round robin. Well, find a way to change that.
I think it certainly set the table for next year. Did it not?
Oh, absolutely. What a surprisingly fun and I mean that tournament exceeded my expectations.
I'm with you.
Here's Neighbors against Bud Colson. Popped against the Bulls. Ryan Suter has given the Blues a 1-0 lead with a shorthanded goal. Pickard and Binnington, the matchup in net. Connor McDavid back in the Edmonton lineup, but no Jake Wallman, so the Oilers still playing a man shy tonight.
He wasn't.
Here's Nick Leddy. Chip back the other way, Kulak. And now Kyrou canceled out. Turned over by McDavid. Kyrou lingering. He's got Fowler in the slot, didn't see him. And we've got a penalty coming, and this may be one on McDavid. Here's a wrist shot, and that...
A penalty against McDavid?
We've got McDavid going to the box here.
I think it's a hook.
Kyrou around the
Yeah.
box, Robert Thomas.
Okay, league. Okay, NHL.
Thomas.
Hey, Francois Chiron, I hope you don't fucking leave the city.
Sends it up top for Fowler. Kyrou to the front of the net. Fowler, no lane. So he goes over to Bushkiewicz. Fowler. Thomas. Delayed penalty still in effect. Bushkiewicz. Thomas centers. And then drifting through traffic untouched. And now McDavid will get
What a fucking joke.
before heading.
Francois Chiron, you're a fucking joke! You should never be a rep in the NHL. You couldn't hack it as an AHL hockey player. I know how to skate backwards and forwards really, really fast, but I'm no good at hockey pucking on net. I need to be an NHL ref. I played against Oilers all the time. They beat me up. Fuck. What a fucking joke.
Play for the St. Louis Blues.
Blues power play has been middle of the pack for much of the year, 21%. Decade ago, that would have been top 5, 6 in the league, but now it's good for only 17th. They've just been solid 5-on-5. They've won a ton of
Holy
one-goal
fuck,
games,
shut
6
up.
over that 12-game winning streak. Blues actually have a better winning percentage than the Oilers do in one-goal games. Fowler gives it up, Bushkiewicz. Thomas. Fowler, Muldoon. Thomas, Fowler steps into it. A shot sitting there, available. It's Giroux could not clear it home. I think he was tied up by Nurse. Saucer back, Fowler looking for a lane, lets it fly.
I can't even take this game seriously.
Thomas to Snuggerud.
How does the league expect fans that don't know hockey to take it seriously when they don't have referees that take anything seriously? I'm just saying, how do you expect fans that have never watched a game of hockey take this league seriously and take this product seriously when you have refs that don't do a good job at their job? 1 minute left to go in the first period, 1-0 St. Louis despite being fucking dominated. But hey, give a player a 10-minute misconduct because you missed 2 blatant calls on him.
Oiler PK unit
Fucking joke.
down 13 in a row. Big Neighbors. Braden Shen engaged in the corner. Ball kicked it in. Dishes. One-timer ripped and saved.
Just so sick and tired of dictating games because of bad fucking officiating. And you know what's the worst part about this entire situation? Other leagues, they look at their refs and be like, okay, you did this and you did this and you did this. You're not reffing in the playoffs. Not the NHL. Nah. You did this, you did this, you did this. Here's your promotion. You get to ref in the finals of the playoffs. You were so bad, you're gifted a fucking final appearance as a referee. So fucking pathetic.
Lots of action around the Edmonton net.
20 goals this year in the American Hockey League for Springfield. Top 10
I
goals
just,
and points down
you
there.
can't watch a sports product anymore and just enjoy it.
In the Ontario League last year, that was fourth.
You might as well make everything scripted like the WWE. At least then you know it's for entertainment purposes. Or the Harlem Globetrotters. Just make it everything Harlem Globetrotters. You know Harlem Globetrotters are going to win. It's just a matter of by how much.
Thomas in front, redirected off the right pad of Pickard. And the Oilers will clear. Henry powering it back to center.
Some great strength in front of the net and excellent sticks to take away great opportunities on this penalty kill.
Jake Neighbors centering, and that went through untouched. Here's Shed. 5 seconds to go in the period. McDavid out of the box. 3 shots on the power play for the Blues. The horn will go, and at the horn, I
What a
don't
fucking
think it would
joke.
count it, but Pickard.
Congratulations, NHL. You got what you wanted.
Neighbors and Louis after.
What a fucking joke. You're a fucking joke, NHL. I'd love to see what the fucking troll retards are saying online. Oiler fans. Oilers gotta play better. We can't make excuses. That shouldn't happen. Fuck. Guys shouldn't be allowed to pull you back on a fucking breakaway either. But hey, we're allowed to get away with that. You wear an Oiler jersey, we're allowed to fucking do what we want to you. Get used to it. Let it down scoreboard. There's a few doozies around the NHL today. Like, that's just it. That's all we want is to enjoy a hockey game. Or any sporting event, period. Just enjoy it. We can't. We just can't. Anyways, guys, the Wild beat the Sharks 8-7 in overtime. The Flyers beat the Rangers 8-5. 0-0. Start of the second period, Flames Ducks. 4-3, the Maple Leafs beat the Lightning in overtime. 1-0 Blues after 1 here in Edmonton. Now that you get it, got it good and understood. Well, yeah, of course they're way worse in the AHL. They're the feeder group for the NHL. They don't get any better when they move up. I honestly wish I could tell you they get better as they leave the AHL. It's almost like they get worse. So fucking aggravating, man. Like, I know it's a mean nothing game, but fuck me, man. It shouldn't be this blatant and that obvious. What did the ref think was happening when the player that had speed was skating forward and then he automatically stops? Why did the player stop? Why did that player chasing down the other player that had the puck stop? Did he hit a magic wall at the red line? Like I said, you can't talk about it to the referees. No. That's the worst part about the entire situation is NHL reffing have the fucking biggest immunity to do whatever they want. No, and they won't. They won't help the Oilers at all, and I understand why. I get it. You had McDavid and Draisaitl show you guys up. I get it. I understand it. I get it. But if your ego is that fucking fragile and your emotions are that fucking bad, it was. And like, that's the worst part about that, Ryan, is The refs are paying attention to the face-off. You got to assume there's nothing else they should be looking at but the face-off. How the fuck did you miss that? You didn't miss it. You didn't want to call it. There's a difference between missing things and refusing to call things. And they refused to call that. Fucking ridiculous. I don't know, guys. It's just one of those games, man. It's one of those games and one of those instances where you need to be calling a penalty. You know what? If I'm Corey Perry, I'll take the 5-minute and the game misconduct to run Binnington again. I will run Binnington and make the spotters pull him out of the game. Yeah, I know nobody wants to hear that, but I will run the motherfucker. Make the spotters pull him out of the game. You didn't pull him out of the game in the first period when he looked like he got hit in the head. Pretty damn good. You're going to have no choice but to pull him out now. It just boggles my mind what we watch on a regular basis and call it NHL hockey. Oh, it'll be okay. I'm just sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of, before the game starts, knowing who the ref is and knowing exactly what the game is going to happen. You might as well honestly call it WWE. It's going to be that scripted and that predictable. Oh yeah, 40 minutes, I get that. We also have 40 minutes to get dicked. Like I said, if we were to lose and lose whatever, we lose. But if we're going to lose this way, I'm not okay with that. I'm okay with losing. You're not going to win them all. But it's how you lose. If you lose because you suck and you just didn't have... No, I haven't. I try and stay off my phone. I'll get to it as soon as I'm done here. I got to get a drink of something. But yeah, like if you lose and you lose because you didn't show up, or you didn't play well and the other team just took the boots to you and they squeaked out a victory or destroyed you, I'm okay with that. But if you're losing because of an official that refuses to do their job, that's unacceptable. The referees... Just let me check. Francois Charon and Carter Sandlock. So a guy I've never heard ref before in Francois Charon. Well, we know his history with the Oilers. Go to the website, Scout the Refs. You'd be surprised to see the numbers of Francois Chiron when he's reffing the Oilers games. Oh yeah, I saw it. Did who play last game versus the Ducks? No, Kendrick Nicholson and Michael Markovic were the refs that game. Last game, he just missed the elbow. Like, blatantly just missed it because he was looking at the puck. I'm not mad that he missed that. Like, it was... And you know what's funny? Gudas didn't even get a fine, didn't get suspended, nothing for it. If that tells you everything you need to know about league safety and how they feel about an Oiler. Repeat offender like Gudas and he doesn't get anything. Whew. But we're Oiler fans. We're just told to sit down, shut up, right? You guys got McDavid and Draisaitl. Shut up. The arguments of every time I hear that. Well, you guys got McDavid, Draisaitl. And? Well, first intermission's almost over, but hey, let's crack a cold one, I guess. The Oilers are going to come out and just... I honestly don't wish ill will against anybody, especially goalie, but if Binnington gets run and gets taken out of the game and has to miss the rest of the season, I wouldn't cry over it. What are you going to rely on Hoffer to win the rest of your games? That's pretty crazy that your friends did that, though. Yeah. It's wild how Binnington got away with the second jump. Well, everything evens itself out in the end, right? It's like they say, everything comes out in the wash. I honestly think that the rough regular season the Oilers had will even itself out in the playoffs. The shit reffing, the terrible breaks, the hitting the posts. It all comes out in the wash, as they say.
Listen, a goal scorer, when they get
chance like that in the slot and they miss by or aren't able to get their shots off, they're frustrated. He wants to be a guy that's throwing it. You get me the puck in the right areas. I'm going to help this team. I'm going to score for this team. So I think he's maybe a little bit on tilt, and then those sequences happen, and you kind of go off. And I get it. It happens to every player if you play long enough in the NHL.
What did you think of the return of Connor McDavid? A little bit surprising, but you knew he had to be back soon. If it wasn't tonight, it would be Friday.
Yeah, I mean, the guy is so important to this group. The way he skates, that's what I'm looking for. How does he skate? How is he moving on the ice? To me, it looked like he had a lot of tempo in warm-up, and then he got himself going here in the game. You know he's going to get interfered with, but his feet are moving really well, and he doesn't look like he has any kind of hinges in his stride ball. He can sometimes show that he's still maybe a concern level for him in different areas.
Jason, we all know what sort of impact Connor has, but you got to play his tempo and pace too. You got to have your head on the swivel, be ready to go. There's some guys that have had an opportunity here in the first period to necessarily make the most of it, but if you saw the last few days of the road trip in terms of how well he was skating, maybe we're not that surprised, especially once he cut the morning skate a little bit shorter today, that he was probably going to go tonight.
Well, what's crazy to me is how many different line combinations we've seen this year. I mean, everyone's played with everyone. This reminds me of a men's league team on a Friday night. You're not sure if Jim or Tony are coming, so you play with whoever's there. Same on the back or the 5D. So McDavid, everyone's played with everyone with all these injuries.
Nobody ever picked my stick when they broke up the two teams, I can tell you that.
All right, so one turn in play, by the way, the 5D is mentioned. Don't Jake Bowman, if you missed the top of the show, we do have Louis and Jack. They're on the way after the break.
Welcome to the NHL Hockeyverse, where real NHL action is transformed into animation. NHL Hockeyverse matchup of the week. Watch now on Sportsnet Plus.
Well, the Oilers just got to score a goal. Figure out how to do it and do it correctly, I guess. That's what it comes down to. That's what it boils down to for me, folks. It's just the Oilers just got to go out there and do the thing. Definitely will not be easy to do the thing, but just go out and do the thing. That's honestly the best advice I can give to this team right now, is just go out there and do the thing. Do the thing they don't want you to do. No, we've been focusing on the defensive side a lot more this year. Like I said, we got to focus on the defensive side at the detriment of the offensive side. And people don't understand that you're either going to have a really good offense and an okay defense, or you're going to have a really good defense and an okay offense. What do you want? That's what makes some players amazing, is they can play great defensively and still score and keep up their offensive side. To me, you got to ask yourself, what do you want the Oilers to be? Do you want them to be better defensively, or do you want them to be aggressively scoring goals? You can't have both. That's exactly right. You can't have both.
9:48 for Bouchard, 98 them having certain players in the lineup. Jake Wallman, a late scratch for this one, but
Oh, Jake Wallman's on the lineup either.
was the dagger, but
No Wallman, no Ekholm. So the best two defensive players we have aren't in the lineup.
more like that. Not
Wow.
easy to do. Be committed to it.
Oilers and Blues both looking to secure an official playoff position. Minnesota, by winning in overtime
Don't say it.
tonight, I know, Louis. I thought I'd break it to you gently before the action started, but Vancouver officially eliminated despite the greatest comeback in the history of the NHL last night.
Wasn't that amazing?
3 goals down with a minute to go, and it never happened. No one had ever even tied it. Here's Pickard playing the puck early. A chance, and Nathan Walker tried to bring it inside. Flipped it over the net. Torchenko, who's St. Louis's fourth line, starts the second period, and Pickard able to handle one from distance. 23 seconds.
I honestly think it's either going to be 4-3 or 4-2. We're either going to be going to overtime or it's going to be a late empty net goal.
With a pretty good chance in tight, then pretty hard stop in front of Pickard.
I full-heartedly believe the Oilers are going to win this game 4-2 or 4-3.
Teammates for a brief period of time.
Edmonton plays host to San Jose on Friday. The Sharks were on the wrong end of that wild 8-7 overtime game, won by Kaprizov in his first game back. Marc-Andre Fleury's last home start of his career. I'm told he had his kids in the crease with him during the anthem, Louis. That must have been a cool scene.
Yes.
Victor Arvidsson digging in for Braden Shen. In the high slot. Fed along by Grober. Snuggerud down low. Bouchard worked up to Arvidsson. Puck in his feet. Still able to make the play back to center. His neighbors give some ground. Big neighbors, of course. 5 years in Oil King, including the Western Hockey League Championship in 2022.
Some great praise from Jim Montgomery this morning for Neighbors. Says he doesn't need to be scoring goals to help you win.
Centering pass just eluded Zach Hunt, and that'll trace the length of the ice.
And he scores goals. 2-time 20-goal scorer, now back-to-back 20
Hey,
goal
Epic, how's it
seasons.
going?
But the fight with Perry in the first period kind of says it all for me. He's not afraid to step up and grab guys. He's a young throwback player that his teammates love.
And just to finish off your initial thought, the
Shut the
23-year-old
fuck
Neighbors
up,
matchup
you
with
guys.
40-year-old Corey Perry.
Holy fuck. Just go be St. Louis commentators. Go slob on a knob for the St. Louis Blues. Good God. Talk about the Oilers a little bit. Jesus. I'm so sick of Sportsnet.
His kitchen, similar to Perry, the guy he fought.
Quick shot off the post. Jim
Oilers hit another post. Scores! Scores! Connor Brown! Downtown Connor Brown! Fuck you, Binnington, you piece of crap.
Hot hand.
Hey, Louie, talk some more shit about how good the Blues are. Talk some more shit about how good the Blues are, Louie.
as the Blues try to answer.
Fucking idiot.
Nurse held the line.
Sick of Oiler commentators talking about how great the other team is.
Forced down low, McDavid building speed as he emerges from his own end with a puck. Jeter booking his way over the line. Faith on a wrist shot tied up.
And then he holds onto his stick, still holds onto his stick, still holds onto his stick, still holds onto his stick. Fuck you, Francois Chiron!
Missed by much.
Somebody take your stick and two-hand slash that prick in the face.
Inside, it's not there, and a block pass by Bolduc forces it all the way down.
I'm sorry, but you watched McDavid get his stick held.
Here's Skinner.
And you did nothing about it.
Offside
pass out to the slot, the corral by Skinner, and he just couldn't get that puck to settle down. Takes a good hit by Tyler Tucker for his measures. A real physical defenseman that's been aggressive in this one. And then here's the goal again. The one off the bar. Looks like this is on.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Nick. I think Sportsnet loves that. I'm not going to lie to you. Sportsnet loves hiring guys that won't talk good about the Oilers. Drew Remenda, Louis DeBrusque.
Olsen off the draw, charging in. Tempting in, mark back to McColson. Kulak.
Who's next?
Sent across, Emerson, driven back into the corner. Broberg couldn't
Kevin Bieksa?
Marchenko trying to seal it. He does, but two punch on it, I believe. That'll skitter over the line.
Oh, that's icing, but barely. We'll take it. Whoa.
Isn't out of reach. Experience true flexibility with customizable designs by Coventry Homes.
Coventry
the official
Homes.
builder of the Edmonton Oilers.
Connor Brown's tied this game with his 10th goal of the season. And good to see players starting to come on, Jack, down the stretch. I know we've talked about it a lot with the absence of the players out of the lineup, guys stepping up and getting more minutes and utilizing those minutes to get their game going. We don't even really know what the Oilers are going to look like.
Here's Perry shooting.
See, that's the problem is we don't know what the Oilers are going to look like in April 20th. They're going to be better. They're going to be bigger. They're going to be scarier.
The first time that team takes the ice all year long. No matter what combination of players is out there.
And sometimes you catch lightning in a bottle and you take off and there's that chemistry right away. Other times it takes a little bit of time. That's to be decided whether or not...
Best cardboard is there. You're not wrong, Nick. You don't like their building either, eh?
Different team, and I think that the team understands that and they've buckled down here. They're down again players in this one playing short.
They take a lot of shortcuts in their homes.
But this adversity right now they're facing could also bode well for them moving forward.
As a drywaller, I can say they take a lot of shortcuts when they build their new homes. Shortcuts that pass code, but barely. But that's pretty much all home builders right now. They're all cookie cutter. They're all
Backhander short side that stopped. Hyman.
questionable.
7 goals on the season. That's one more than McDavid's 26 coming in. Here's Stetcher up the right hand side. Of course, Dreisaitl's 52.
Sick.
On the lineup sheet.
Woman was at the pre-skate and went back to the dressing room and threw up all over himself. Exactly.
Glass played ahead for Phil, but now Arvidsson. Blasted by Tucker. Phil will put it back behind. Hyman couldn't maintain, but Epperson steps up. Phil trying to hunt it down. Suter fought him off, and it was driven wide of Neighbors, collected by Kulak, and cleared ahead for Max Jones. Kulak.
Buy me a house in the boonies. Give me a house in the sticks. I'll be happy. My closest neighbor is 80,000 feet away.
By Jones. Here's Noah Philp, angled out. Kulak a blast, and a save made by Bennington with no rebound.
There have been some battles in the blue paint, especially in St. Louis's zone. Their defensemen.
Honestly, put me out in the boondocks where my neighbor is 5 minutes away. We know each other very well. Nick, that's hilarious. No, in all seriousness, Wallman got the flu. Just like Ekholm's got the flu, and Hopkins has the flu, and Draisaitl has the flu, and honestly, they should all just stop kissing each other at this point. Like, it's not healthy. Stop sharing wives. It's a joke. I really hope you guys took that as a joke, because I don't need that going viral and me getting in trouble.
Suter into a couple of Western Conference Finals. 20th year still.
I know the Swedes like to stick together, but
Off the draw, chipped off the glass, bounces through Nurse.
it's a super virus.
Pickard will stay put. Bouchard to Nurse and on to...
Off the referee, number 6.
Caught up with referee Gary Francis Sharon.
Francis Sharon got caught up in Francis Sharon.
The boards. Shot from distance, blocked away by
Fucking
Pickard.
joke.
Rebound, swept in front, or at least attempted by Thomas. That was thwarted. McDavid comes over, dug out by Brown, but chiseled back in by the Blues, and Buchnevich given new life here. Spins and backhands it around for Thomas. Sundqvist in the vicinity. Fall. Lead pass, Jordan Kyrou. Onto the ice, drop pass over one timer to Borski. Stopped by Pickard, and he got all of it. Did he ever? What a play. What a pass. Pickard, a good save. Broberg. That was well executed by St. Louis.
Laser by Bolduc. I mean, he put that right on the tape hard, and what a great release by Dvorak to get it away.
Here's a drop by Janmark to Perry. Well, as we told you, I mean, Dvorsky has shown a scoring touch in the American League.
Dvorsky, sorry. There was Dvorak in the league before.
Yes, absolutely. There still is. Christian, there you go. I'm with you, partner. I know what you know. Here's Emerson, a shot, juggled, held, and dropped by Bennington, and finally floated back the other way. That's going to be settled by Nurse.
14 minutes left to go in the second period. 2-12, 8 shots for St. Louis. 1-1 is the score.
Says no ice. And you've got Nick Leddy. Fires a rink line pass to Snuggerud. Now Broberg steps in, and that shot rocketed out of play by Arbison, who got back just in time.
Look at this pass by
Yeah, let's talk about that pass that didn't go nowhere. Wow. Fuck Louis. I know you got to tee it up because it's the guys in the truck that tee it up, but good God. I have an unpopular opinion, but I'm going to say it anyway. I think the Oilers need to stop doing volunteer work at Hope Mission. Draisaitl is playing Friday. He could be playing this game. Should be playing this game, but they want to give him that day of rest, that extra day. Calgary's winning, unfortunately. That's not unfortunate. Guys, I'm a secret Flames fan this year. For the next 5 games, I'm a secret Flames fan. Yeah, I like these new gates that you go through at Rogers Place. The evil.
Technology helping out again in and around Rogers Place and Iceland.
In a related note, Gene, you owe me $700 from the Clipper game the other night.
And not quite the Intuit, though.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot to put my credit card on there. I'll get that
you
to you,
forgot
Jack.
again.
Tends to happen to me.
Here's an opening for Zach Hyman. That was some kind of facility, I'll tell you what.
That's technology, but obviously I think all the buildings are going to start to incorporate that, and what a wonderful experience.
Hey, for $4 billion, I mean, it's a bargain. This is going to be offside whistle against St. Louis. 1-1 our score. Sooner in the first, shorthanded. Brown, and even strength from McDavid 90 seconds into the second period.
Still pretty tight check,
Yeah.
which we expected from these two teams, and 12 shots for the Blues, 8 for Edmonton, but not a whole lot of space.
Man, I wish that a house is up here.
Montgomery, since he's come on board.
Dude, Dude, a 5-bedroom house up here, you're looking at like $6 million. $1 million per house almost, per bedroom.
Situation at hand and take care of business the best
I can. The Oilers have played with the preseason lineup for the last 10 games. It's not a joke, it's the truth. When you have that many injuries, I can believe it. If it's just one guy, two guys, okay, but we've had 4 guys. And 4 really important guys not playing. Like I said, you take any team's top 2 scorers, top goalie, and top defenseman out, see how they do in a 10-game span. You tell me what team can win at any rate of any clip, missing that type of production in your lineup. None. And it fucking baffles me and pisses me off that Oiler fans make it as I'm making excuses. It doesn't matter if Calgary wins or not. All Edmonton has to do is win Friday or win on the 18th against San Jose. Honestly, Epic, the only way the Oilers miss the playoffs is if Calgary wins out and the Oilers lose out. 1 point at all by the Oilers, they clinch. Because the Oilers have the tiebreaker. Had it been against Vancouver, we wouldn't have had the tiebreaker.
Perfect stick by Falk. I mean, that pass was labeled for Paul Colzer. Sorry, Paul Colzer on the one-timer, and he just gets a piece of it off McDavid's stick. Perry joining the fray. Justin Wall curling ahead for Bolduc. Snetcher drilled him, but the puck did get through and wobbled.
10 minutes left to go in the second period. Shots are 13-8 for St. Louis. 1-1 is the score.
We are tied at 1.
Brown got the tying goal for the Oilers. Assisted by McDavid, because of course it was. I would love to visit, man. I just got to get the wife her passport. You're not wrong. You're not wrong there, Trucker. They do. Unfortunately, they're going to pay him $10 million for the potential of him becoming a good defenseman. Oilers are all over St. Louis right now, though. You don't have to be sorry, Trucker. You and everybody else feel that Bouchard needs to get the hell out of Edmonton. I feel you, too. Oh, Nurse, you got to bury that, though. Fuck me. I feel you on that, too. I just fear that if the Oilers do let him go, he'll figure it out on another team and hurt us. Two-hand slash in the ribs, hook, slash, hook, slash. Man, St. Louis Blues, I get away with everything. But yeah, no, like, I'm not worried about the Oilers. And maybe I should be. Maybe I'm way too optimistic in what I think. Maybe I'm just blinded by the Oilers Kool-Aid. Maybe I am drinking the Edmonton Oilers Kool-Aid a little much, and I think they're the greatest team of all time. And they'll never lose another game again. Or I'm a realist and I understand this team is building up to something bigger than all of us can see. And again, I will make this perfectly clear. I won't stutter and I won't repeat myself. All the people that have doubted what is going on with management, blaming management, blaming the coach, blaming this, blaming that. This team sucks. Come June, when this team is in the finals, I don't want to hear any one of them saying, we knew it all along. No, you didn't. Just admit you were wrong, jump on the bandwagon, and enjoy the show. I'm with you. I'm with you there, Epic. But I don't think his agent will take it. And that's the scary part, is the Oilers will offer him 1-2-year bridge. They'll offer him a bridge. His agent will say, no, okay, we're going to arbitration. And that's where it's going to get really scary for arbitration. Because arbitration likes to see numbers. And unfortunately, Bouchard puts up numbers.
He has been
I've been saying it too. You and I think, are the only two people in the world that say 82 games is bullshit. You honestly just have to win 47 games. As a hockey team, go out and win 47 games out of the 82. You'll make the playoffs. Just focus on 47 games that you know you can win. The rest, whatever. Have a few overtime losses sprinkled in there. Get 47 wins, 7 overtime losses.
What a pickup by the Blues and how he has jumped in. Also, Nick Leddy coming back from a lengthy injury and finding his game and doing all this in that 12-game win streak without Colt Parayko. I mean,
because they're stupid. Simply just stupid. Because they're going off of, oh, the Kings have such a good home record.
Playing as a team.
And they got Fowler a long time ago.
I honestly don't know, because they have no respect for the Oilers. They watch what the Oilers are doing, but they don't understand what the Oilers are doing.
A dart down the middle, picked up by Bushkevich, swung by Kyrou to the middle. Tucker tripped up. Here's Thomas in front.
They don't understand. The Oilers have been playing possum for the last month and a half.
Robert Thomas.
For better or worse.
Bushkevich fires, and that is high blocker. Rebound Thomas. Put it across Suter. Bushkevich, one-timer, run off the post. Tyler Tucker.
8.5 left to go in the second period. 1-1, 13-9 shots for the St. Louis Blues. Oilers are down to 5 defensemen and 12 forwards right now.
Wisely goes up the right-hand side, and Ivan's got to step on Suter. Heading for the net, centers it just out of the reach of Adam Henry. But wide open Arvidsson now, he'll let it fly, and that was deflected off on the glass. Bushkevich gives way to Suter.
Hopkins, you need to stop with your flybys, though.
Up the right-hand side. Tucker forced back to Suter this time.
Sorry, Hyman.
Hard off the glass.
That'll be icing against St. Louis. No, like, that's just it. Like, I don't get it either, Edmund. I've seen the brackets and everyone's saying LA in 4 or LA in 5. Why? Like, why? The roster we've seen all year won't be the roster we see round 1 in playoffs. And I've said this since the beginning of the year when we made the trades and made the moves we made. This lineup is built for a long run in the postseason. Are we fast? No. But what happens in the playoffs? Do the games get faster? Nah. They get slower.
Bennington staring down, tie up off the draw. McDavid will find it. Blues run out. Picked alive. Colson, drive by Nurse, tipped dangerously wide by Colson in front of McDavid, John it for St. Louis. McDavid will beat Tucker to the puck. Chip it out. Nurse a drive and a save.
Scores! Puck goes in! 2-1 Edmonton! his second goal in 34 games. Vasily Podkolzin. Nurse and McDavid get the assists on the play.
Here's Broberg up the left-hand side. Neighbors tucked it ahead. Snuggerud. Kulak pass. Hits the trailer. Nick Leddy. Four players scrum. Hard down there by Phil. Emerson will give it to Phil. 3-on-2 maybe for Edmonton. It's Phil centering. That was just a reach of Max Jones. A hard hit drive. Snuggerud ahead to Shen. Oilers 2, Blues 1. This is the first time Edmonton has led all night. Blues scored shorthanded in the first. Brown and McColson at even strength there in the second. Here's Matthias Janmark. Man down line.
Right, Barbershop? And that's why I don't understand the doubters, the haters.
Lewis has numbers pouring a little.
Keep doubting, keep hating.
That was well defended. Good play by Troy Stetcher. Here's Fall. Sundquist popped by Stetcher. Playing up to Corey Perry. The Oilers will bust out. Darnell Nurse. Janmark.
Oh, that's awesome, Northern. I'm so glad you're there. Hopefully you're enjoying the life, man. Like, that's awesome.
Sundquist out of the reach of
And that'll be icing against the Oilers. I lost my voice on that one.
to go, and Edmonton having grabbed a 2-1 lead.
Here's the goal again by Vasily Podkolzin off the face-off, get possession. It's McDavid with the speed to get there first. A quick shot by Nurse with a presence in front. Podkolzin, once this face-off is done, he recognizes that McDavid's going to get there. He gets to the front, chance home the rebound.
It's okay,
Here's the
sir.
defensive play you were talking about. First with the stick to knock it down, secondly to punch it to the corner, and then he made another great play to get it out of the zone.
McDavid got the only assist on the Brown goal.
Entire game, 5 in each period. The Oilers opportunistic here in the second. They're playing on home ice, where they're 23-12-3 this year. Got the advantage.
I'm sorry, but is NHL Network on track?
Turned over.
We don't have a power play.
Arvidsson trying to force it.
We sure as shit don't have a power play.
Hyman a second time. Henrique a third time, and it finally bounces to Hyman, burrowing his way to the front of the net. Nathan Walker didn't get it out. Shot by Stetcher. 10. Here's Hyman.
Man. Shots are 13-10 Blues. 2-1 Edmonton.
Broberg likewise. And the Blues will break out. Shifting gears, Foxa. Torchenko. Slack pass in front. Tipped by Walker. Stetcher right in his grill again. Jeff Skinner pushed ahead for Hyman. They'll find it, shoot it in from center. Quick up full. Bushnievich. Robert Thomas driving to the net. Peering inside. Settling for Fallon. Back down low, Kyrou. Look to tuck inside. Thomas mishandled the puck, and here comes Brown and McDavid. McDavid conservatively dumps it in. Brown in on the forechannel.
McDavid gets tripped, no call, right in front of Francois Chiron! Best NHL referee since
Thomas.
Chris Lee.
Bounce back to Nurse.
Fucking Magoo have another donut.
Oilers don't get it out. Here's Thomas in front, and that just missed Kyrou. Tucker shovels down low.
Have another donut, Magoo.
Another chance here. But Tucker, second opportunity to keep it in, does not pan out.
Yeah, no, it's definitely nice to have 9-7 back. It'll be just as nice on Friday to have 2-9 back, 14, 96, 74, and then 9-1 comes back in a week. Oh, I can't wait for playoffs. I hate the wave. Get the fucking wave out of here. Northern, do something about that goddamn wave in that goddamn building. We don't need it. Unacceptable. Oh, fuck. Did they find... They haven't even updated the goals. Come on, NHL Network. Be better. NHL.com refuses to update. We can't let them have that. Fuck, they still think it's fucking... Jesus Christ. Oh my goodness. Alright, well. That's how bad the NHL Network is for updating shit. Flames are up 1-0 on the Ducks. Backlund gets his 12th of the year. Good for the Flames. Like, good for them not giving up. Man, it hurts because I want them to make the playoffs more than I want St. Louis to. Just, I want them to make the playoffs out of spite, you know? Not because I like them or I think they're a good team. It's just spite at this point. Wish Vancouver did better. I wish Vancouver... I do have a TikTok video coming up about the Vancouver Canucks being eliminated. I'm actually going to share it to myself right now. And it will go up in the second intermission of this stream. Womp, womp, womp. Yeah, they still don't have that second Oilers goal up. That's such disrespect. Disrespect. Podkolzin unassisted now. Now they're giving him the unassisted to Podkolzin. Aye. Podkolzin scored the second goal. Yeah, he'll be back either Wednesday or Monday. So he's either be back against, Friday or Monday. San Jose or LA. He's going to be back before the playoffs. It's the best I can tell you. It's the best I got. Oosh.
Make Eric Clapton wait for 7 years.
Discover there's...
We would tell you, I mean, Vasily Podkolzin, it's hard to really poke holes in his game, other than at times the finish. But he's able to polish that one off. And his 8th has given Edmonton a 2-1 lead. A backhander on net, a save made by Pickard. Remember, Calvin Pickard, when he's lost to start 12-2 in his next start as a member of the Oilers. Third best winning percentage since joining Edmonton in the entire league. Fowler. Snuggerud fan. Skinner did not get it out against Neighbors. Braden Shen goes to work against Evan Bouchard. But chiseling and free, Jeff Skinner fires a pass on target for Darnell Nurse. Backhander.
Nurse hits the post.
Skinner's finding guys tonight.
Yeah, nice pass, nice activation by Nurse. Better closeout by Fowler. He's skating.
Thomas will give it go with Bouchard.
I'll have to do it this way to be
Not
quicker.
well executed, and Brown was able to lay it back inside the St. Louis blue line. Blues playing from behind, looking to avoid back-to-back losses in regulation for the first time since the end of January. This team 19-4-2 in their last 25. Arvidsson to Hyman, he'll chip behind Broberg. Tried to pickpocket him, and Broberg, that was outstanding. Yeah. Beautiful feed for Kyrou. Shot, save made by Pickard. Kula able to cover it up and quickly flick it over to Henry. Lead pass, move behind Hyman. Broberg.
1.5 minutes left to go in the second period. 1.5 minutes left to go in the second period. Icing against the Blues. Shots are 15-11.
Terrific skating defenseman on this Blues team. Leddy can fly. You saw Fowler in that last play. Closed down Darnell Nurse, who's one of the faster forward skating defensemen in the league, can get up on the rush, but he was right there to close him out. Does get a sharp angle backhand shot through, so a good job to still force that puck on the net. But this is Zach Hyman barreling down on Philip Broberg, and just a wonderful job to protect, use his size.
Oh my God, shut up about Broberg, Louis. Like, the guy's a piece of crap.
Big losses for the Edmonton Oilers.
They're not big losses. If they were big losses, the Blues would be in the top echelon of the NHL, not battling for a wild card. Shut up.
4 or 5 years. I mean, have Edmonton and St. Louis played a boring game? I mean, there's no blowout.
I'm sorry, Louis, but Broberg asked for a trade 4 times. You want me to talk out of school, I'll talk out of school. Broberg asked for 4 trades at 4 different occasions. 4 other teams offer sheeted Broberg. 4 other teams offer sheeted Holloway. They said no to them. Imagine why they said yes to St. Louis. No pressure to play. No worry if you don't make the playoffs. We're not guaranteed to do anything when we get there. No pressure. Play in a city that barely knows that you exist. Tell me when I'm telling lies. What's the top 3 sports in St. Louis? Hey, Del, how's it going?
And here come the Blues. Bull Duke, chipping in charge.
Hey, man, I feel you. I feel you. I'm glad my wife takes over that responsibility and that job on game days.
Got 2 in this period to overtake
Being a father it's hard work. Being a parent, I don't care if you're a father, mother, uncle, grandpa, cousin, sister. Being a parent is hard work. If you are the lead guardian on a child, we're looking good. In all honesty, McDavid's looked great. Bouchard's being Bouchard. Refs are reffing. 2-1 Oilers, 15-11 of the shots for St. Louis. 1 minute remaining in the second period. I'm losing my voice. Kulak shot save, and he better fucking hold on. Binnington got 2 free whacks on Corey Perry. Oh. I've never Alaska crabfish, so I'll have to take your word for it. Oh, Pepe. Yo, Pepe, you hit the benches. You want to go cry about it there, Bo Luke? Hey, Chad. How's Chad doing? Every time I see Chad, I think of Chad. Chad. My name's Chad. My name's Chad. I'm an alcoholic. It's a joke, buddy. Such a Chad. Is that like the guy's equivalent of Karen?
Here's Brayden Schenn with an opening to the net. Kick save, and the rebound somehow stays out. Neighbors was perched in front. Here's Noah Phil. Did not get to the red. This may be icing.
Yeah, it's tough. Like, I don't bulge into my personal life. As you guys know, I'm trying to be as private as possible, as well as online as possible. It's a hard balance. But we have an Anna.
Stays on the ice for the final 10 seconds. Have a decision to make here. They're up 2-1, and they're Bouchard doesn't
but I have no ill will towards people named Chad. I love people named Chad. We have a child named Anna. So we got a little one named Rose. She's our, lack of a better term, fuck trophy. But Anna is our semen demon. And I do mean emphasis on demon part. She's the one that puts you through the trials and tribulations of being a parent. She tests you. They always say that one child you're going to have is going to test everything in your body to not do harm. Oh yeah, no, I get what you mean, Supreme. She's that one. She's that 1 in a million that's like, you're mine, but sometimes. That's the problem. It's like she goes. The thing with Anna, she's feral. You've heard of feral wives and feral husbands. We have a feral Anna. She's very much opinionated and if she doesn't like a certain thing, she'll let you know right quick that she don't like a certain thing. But we love her all the same. Like I said, we love our kids all the same. We don't have favorites. We have ones that are easier to parent, ones that are harder to parent, but all our kids are equally loved by us. Just depends on the day and the mood the kid is in and we're in. We'll tell you how much we love them. But no, we care about our kids. It's one thing that I was very instilled when they didn't choose to come in this world. We chose to have them, right? Yellowknife on Monday. Oof. Why would you want to head to Yellowknife? Like, unless you're working. And then congratulations to you working up north. It's tough. But I couldn't imagine anybody just want to take a vacation to Yellowknife. But if that's what you do, you know. Yeah, it's exactly that. But we're going to talk about the out-of-town scoreboard because apparently there's other games going around the NHL that we got to be fixated with. Excuse me. After 2, Oilers 2, Blues 1. After 2, 1-0 Calgary over the Ducks. Other scores are final. Maple Leafs 4, Lightning 3. Philadelphia 8, Rangers 5. Wild 8, Sharks 7. A lot of 8s. To answer your question, when was the last time an Edmonton Oilers team put up a 7? Put up a 7 spot. That is actually a really great question. One that I want to find out right now. And yes, I said meow. Fucking, I love Super Troopers so much. Let's go all the way back to October and see what their schedule looked like in October. We put 5 up on Nashville October 31st. We put 6 up on New York on November 23rd. So far 6 is the most. Put 6 up on Columbus December 5th. Put 6 up on Vegas December 14th. We put a 7 spot up on Minnesota 7-1 on December 12th. So 7 spots, the highest we've put up on somebody so far. Go through January. February. That Four Nations break broke this team, man. I'm not even going to sugarcoat that. Yeah, we've only put 7 spots up on teams. We haven't put an 8 spot up on anybody yet. Still, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 games left to do that. Anything is possible. Yeah, Woolman is out too. He had the flu. He did the pre-skate and then got sick. The more Jumanji, the mosquitoes get. Yeah, no, it's exactly that, Dal. Like, we live on a very thin edge hourly. Like, 5 minutes we're cool, we're calm, we're collected, we're playing with our toys, everything is going right, and then for some reason the doll's hair gets in our eyes, and we're ripping the doll's head off. For no reason. We're screaming at the doll, we're crying, we're yelling, we're saying F the world. Any issue we want to do. Hey, Chad, I feel you. I chill on that, man. Like, I'm not from Newfoundland, but I know a lot of good Newfoundlanders. Good people. I can honestly say the next great people aside from a Newfoundlander is got somebody from Saskatchewan. Like, it's just so weird. Like, 1 minute you're playing perfectly fine, the next minute the doll's hair is in your face, you rip the doll's head off, you're in the corner freaking screaming, and then you try and help. Like, what's wrong? Can I help you fix it? No! I don't want you to fix it. I hate you. Well, okay, well, just trying to help you. Right? Right? Like, it's just, yeah. Feral kids. But I honestly think we need to start raising our kids to be like we were when we were kids. Enough with technology, enough with babying them and doing things for them. I always tell Anna, you want something, figure it out. If it's too hard for you to figure out, let's have a conversation. Let's discuss what steps we can take to help you. Obviously, if it's too hard, I know she can't do it. I'll help her. But for the most part, she's smart enough to figure shit out. Which is scary, but at the same time kind of rewarding when you see it and you're like, wow, she really does figure shit out. And I do feel bad. Right? I do feel bad for her future husband or future wife. And I will write in the marital clauses, you said yes, she's your problem now. There's no takes backsies. She's yours. You signed that documentation saying you wanted to marry her. She's all yours now, man. Yeah, no, we we limit what she gets. Like, Diane more than I do. Like, I'll just some days when I've had enough of your feral attitude, sit down and watch YouTube for a half an hour, 45 minutes. Just please stay the hell out of my face. But it's always on the big screen TV. Like, there's no separate tablet or anything else where she can go hide with. They are. They absolutely are. That's why we watch everything she watches. I'm not going to lie, though. This one thing that she watches, the Sniffy Cat, the crafts that she does, if I had any, like, creativity in my brain at all, I'd definitely... I'd definitely be making the stuff she makes. But this chick just makes things look so easy. She builds an organizer out of cardboard, glue. It's like, okay. Hot glue might become my best friend this summer. I think I'm going to get an actual hot glue gun, like one of those heavy-duty DeWalt hot glue guns, not a dollar store one we have, but an actual heavy-duty plug-in one. Go invest in that and just make crafts with Dana all summer long. Yeah, guys, we are way more than just a hockey shop talk. I dive into a lot of things. And yes, Renegade, if you're still here, I have watched the Cody Rhodes and John Cena promo. Damn, I can't wait for Cena to win. Yes, please do ask your mom. That'd be great. I can't wait for Cena to win WrestleMania. That's awesome, Nick. Oh, that is awesome. You're not wrong though, right? Another Coventry engineer with a cardboard box. Oh. Although Homes by Abbey are way worse than Coventry. I mean, Coventry's bad, but Homes by Abbey, they're right up there. Oh man. But yes, my prediction for WrestleMania is John Cena wins, Jey Uso wins. But here's the caveat. Both lose the title at Backlash. The following pay-per-view. Yes?
I need you to ask people on the stream how this math backs. Because apparently this property sleeps 10.
You're not wrong, Nick. Okay.
But look at the bedroom.
3 bedrooms. One, two, three. I know why it sleeps 10. King size bed can have 3 people. The bunk bed can have 2 people. The 2 single beds can have 2 people. So that's 2, 5, 7. Unless you're fitting a whole shitload of people. Oh, and then a sofa bed can be
2.
So that's 9. That math don't math. That does not sleep 10. And I don't want no extra bodies in my bed. I don't want no extra bodies in my bunk beds. And there better be no extra bodies in a single bed. How much do they want? Or do you not know? It's just...
Oh, I know how much they want. But apparently this unit, 2 weeks ago, this same unit accepted pets. Now it doesn't.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to keep an eye on it. Because, yeah, end of September is...
What?
Going to be a headache. Because now we don't know if Grady is staying with us or staying with Uncle Todd.
Uh-huh.
And there's going to be 4 dogs.
I'm sleeping in a tent. I don't care how cold it gets. I'll sleep in a tent. 1 man sleeping bag tent. Here I come. Good luck with all that.
Family vacations and planning them are fun.
Yeah, like I said, good luck with all that. I'll leave that planning and bullshit up to you. I just show up and do what I'm told. I'm good at that, just showing up and doing what I'm told.
Yeah, tell your dad when
Okay.
But he certainly understands how to monitor and gauge the minutes, and he's got a good feel for this group. And there is one guy, when we see the full graphic coming up here, Jason, that sort of stands out for how much he's played so far tonight.
Yeah, well, let's be honest, Bob. You think you're the fifth best option in this building for that group, so one ahead of coffee. But tonight with 5G, it's a 6D-man dream because you know you're going to get a chance to play it, leaning heavily on their top three. There's
Right, Nick?
a lot of minutes, no Echo, no Wallman, obviously. But you can kind of see a little
And hey,
separation there. I think we'll see this as we get into the
I'm gonna record a camping, golfing trip I go on.
then maybe the sixth guy, whether it's Emerson or Stetcher, will be down around that 10-12 minute mark, guys.
Yeah, I think Emerson, like I love Stetcher's game and how competitive he is. And he did a good job penalty killing a number of years ago. But Emerson's been the fifth, along with Ekholm, and Ekholm comes back. And as for Kulak, I don't know about you guys, but to me, he plays better the more he plays.
I agree, Renegade. I agree with you, but I don't think you turned Cena heel just to have him lose. I think you turned him heel to have him win, but then lose the title again at Backlash, right? That's my thing. I think you wouldn't waste a heel turn and not give him the belt. But hey, either way, I'm happy because I'm a Cody Rhodes guy, and I'm also a John Cena guy. I'm not gonna lie. I've been a John Cena fan for 25 years, for 20 years, I guess, not 25, but. Right? That was such a great freaking promo. Like I said, I don't think the WWE can go wrong. Either way, they've hit a home run. I think this entire build-up, they've hit a home run with this. And honestly, you can thank AEW for it. The implosion of AEW is the reason why WWE is so good right now. Man, I think Paul Heyman goes back to CM Punk. I think, and it's just my opinion, but I think Paul Heyman goes back to CM Punk for one more title run. His last final run before he retires from wrestling. Because let's admit it, Phil isn't no spring chicken anymore. His beard is getting grayer and grayer by the day. I swear, every time I see that guy on TV, I'm like, did he get more gray in his beard? Is there more gray in his hair? Like, Chicago made. My name is Paul Heyman. Like, honestly, this is why I like wrestling so much. It's the storytelling. Yeah, no, right? Like, when I heard that Aleister Black was coming back, I was like, whoa, what is going on? Right? Right, Dow? It absolutely is what happens when you live long enough. Thankfully, I haven't been hit with the grayness too much. It's spotty here or there, but I'm not gray. I can't say I got hair left, though. As you guys know, when I take my hat off during the streams, it's pretty thin up top. That's why I shave it every 3 months. Yes, enjoy the third period. Thank you for being here, by the way, Northern. Again, you are so awesome for being here. I did pass on the message from you to Lubo. Hopefully he's doing well. Yeah, Renegade, he is. Yeah. He absolutely is very hot right now. So I forgot to do this during the intermission. You guys got me all distracted. So I'll do it now. Sorry, Canucks fans. Look away. If you're a Canuck fan, I apologize for nothing. You know what causes gray hair, kids? Abso-freaking-lutely. Absolutely, kids cause gray hair.
The Blues were on at 12 straight prior to the loss against Winnipeg, and maybe another loss tonight. We'll wait to see. Louis and Jeff. Dangerous Serrano.
Tie game just like that. Go get it back now, boys.
14 for Cairo. Here's Brown to the slot. Bouchard unable to get one off. That'll also extend Thomas's streak to 10 games. Points in 14 of his last 15. And he's got 29 points over that stretch. Just blazing hot. You heard Bob Stauffer talk about it. Fowler centers, tips into the waiting chest of Pickard that trickles back behind the outlet to Jeff Skinner. He'll set the table for Connor Brown. Ball back defensively, saucered ahead, and McDavid's drawn the holding call against Braden Shen, who doesn't like it.
Shut up, Braden Shen.
Bouchard, delayed penalty. Extra attacker on is Corey Perry. Bouchard to Kulak. No shot. Pulls it back. Bouchard juggles. Pops off the stick. He'll have to reset. St. Louis will change. McDavid. Corey Perry twists it back to McDavid, who's assisted on both Edmonton goals tonight in his return to lineup after an 8-game absence. Arvidsson, McDavid.
Yeah, Nurse wasn't paying attention.
Nurse gives it back to him. This is going to wind up being about a 2:45 power play.
Scores! Arvidsson! 3-2! Oh no!
Great job to get the extra.
Oh, Carter Sandlack, you had your arm up pretty high, did you?
Fourth goal in 6 games.
Let's go.
Another guy along with Henry.
Let's not give up the next one now. 14th goal of the season. Kulak and Nurse get the assists.
Starting to find their stride with all the injuries. Give Nurse the second assist.
Yeah, this is just a good job. You have to have a presence when you have the.
But remember, guys,
designated player.
we don't like RV.
He gets there, everybody spread out. The shot comes, and similar, like I said, to the second period. It's pretty hard to defend. Once Arvidsson's got the inside track on Broberg, there's nothing you can really do, and he taps home the rebound.
Minute 27 after the Blues have tied it. Here's a wrist shot off the draw by Corey Perry, and he's stopped by Binnington. So not only the quick response, but as you said, Louis, I mean, that was going to be a 2:45 power play. You don't need it when Arvidsson whacks in the rebound.
Yeah, this is a great look for Perry, who walks right down Main Street off the face-off. A better save by Binnington, and a little fly-by chat by Perry to Binnington, who both of those guys got into it in the first period. Two guys that are ultra-competitive.
So Henrique comes on for the ozone draw. Arvidsson and
Yeah, Arvidsson's been definitely heating it up, and I'm all about it.
Playing a man short again tonight. A win along
Like,
with
I'm-
every loss of the Flames up
Like I said, guys, like, the Oilers didn't build a regular season roster. We can all agree this team is slower. Absolutely, this team lost speed in the offseason. They got older in the offseason. But playoffs, they aren't fast. Last time I watched a playoff hockey game, it was a slow, methodical. RV almost scored again. Oh, jeez. Oilers be buzzing now.
I thought he might have tried the first time.
Here's Arvidsson. He changes his mind. He's going to shoot and then trying to get it to Adam Henrique, who was camped out. To
Yep.
Binnington's left.
Extra man is regular 6.
Great job by Emerson to close down on.
I love it. I love the fact that we don't get power play goals. No, not really. But hey, that's a good thing because the whistles do go away in playoffs. We know this, right? Like, we know there's reffing in the regular season, reffing in the playoffs. You're going to get, for every game that you get 5 power plays in a regular season, you're lucky to get 1 or 2 in the playoffs. For every team. I'm not just talking Oilers. I'm talking for every team.
Has the mentality to get into the net. He can rip it. He won the hardest shot for the Oilers this season in their skills competition. Good save Binnington once again to read that, get across.
He's also found the timing on that one-time, Louis. I mean, you don't see many floods from Victor Arvidsson on the one-time.
There was earlier in the year. You know, there was earlier in the year. I think he was just trying a little too hard. Sometimes you can swing a little aggressively through it. He has found the timing.
Janmark to Perry. His shot slithers wide. Janmark will find it. Foxa trying to jab it loose. Good keep for the moment by Kulak, but then he lost the stick, and Foxa was able
Oh, absolutely.
to toss it inside the Oilers.
She's at the game, guys. It's fucking awesome that she's at the game.
Edmonton coming off back-to-back losses, 3-0 in LA, 3-2 to Anaheim. Thrown on net, Binnington over the Falk, and he swats it out of play off of Jones' stick first, no delay of game.
This period brought to you by Legacy Heating and Cooling, home of no payments, no interest for 1 year.
Anaheim's tied it up, by the way, so Edmonton win, coupled with a Calgary loss, and the Oilers officially punched their ticket in their 78th game. This is the 80th for St. Louis. They'll have a couple days off in Seattle and then take on the Kraken Saturday. McDavid going to be chased out of the circle.
Oh. Anaheim tied it.
Skinner lines up, beaten off the draw by
Come on,
Selkis.
Calgary.
Falk to Shen. Mishandled.
I mean, they don't need to win right out to beat St. Louis. McDavid hit the post. Ah! And that's a hand pass.
Play with a high stick, he did.
Oh, high stick.
In the estimation of referee Francis Sharon, that'll bring the face-off outside the zone.
What a move by McDavid here. And
You know what, Epic? That
puck and speed in this.
Epic. That is completely understandable, and I completely understand. This team is frustrating at the best of times to watch. But again, without getting too emotional, my life has not been positive for the first 20 years of my life. I'd probably say that I had a pretty shitty childhood. I had a pretty shitty upbringing, but I became an adult and I grew up and I was like, you know what? You make your own breaks and you make your own positivity. Hey.
This guy, it's a matter of time before he talks his way to the run. He's been flying for a while.
Like, honestly, if I had more mentorship when I was a kid that I give to kids that I talk to, who knows where I'd be. But then again, if I didn't have the people in my life I had when they showed up, who knows where I'd be. Such a double-edged sword. Oh no, Binnington's hurt. He might be shaken up. He's trying to act like nothing's wrong. He's trying to act like nothing's wrong, dude. You're okay? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Yep. I won't be able to make another save, but I'm good.
He'll question some contact. But I think Jones
I love that.
other things on his mind. He wasn't trying to run over a goaltender here.
Yes, he was.
It's Tucker
I would.
that tangles him up, and as he kind of digs in and lifts his center of gravity, pretty hard to change directions for Jones.
I wish I could tell you kids changed me.
And he still brings it to the forehand and is able to get that shot
But
away. But he drives right through it, Binnington.
having a near-death experience twice changed my perspective.
Yeah, at first I thought he wrenched his knee a little bit.
It didn't work the first time. I didn't learn the first time, right? No. I learned the second time, though.
Henry. Kulak a shot that drifted wide, glove side. Anderson will put it behind for Hyman.
Absolutely, man. Like,
That ended up on the glass.
it's all about how you look at life and the perspective that you have. That's why I never judge people, because I've never walked a mile in your shoes. You've never walked a mile in mine.
Letty over to Robert Thomas. The seam for a moment was open and then quickly closed by Kulak and Emerson.
I do make fun of a lot of people on here, and I'm sure I get flack for that, in trouble for that, but
Kyrou hopped off the stick and Hyman did well. They exit the zone. Kyrou waiting for Thomas to tag back up, and then he gets it from Bushkiewicz. Circling
14 and a half left to go in the third period. 3-2. 3-3. Gotta get that fucking puck out.
line has converted twice. This time it's We've said it for a while, Louis. When this top line for St. Louis is at maximum efficiency, it has very few rivals in the entire league.
Shut up, very two rivals. So what, you're going to ride one line the entirety of the fucking playoffs and expect to win something? Get the fuck out of here with that.
Saw it right there. That's a prime example. That little pass by Thomas. It's such a
Yep.
subtle little pass, but it's right on the tape. And for Kyrou, he gets it away quickly. Here it is here. Little drop pass to Thomas.
Yeah, let's show the goal again.
Kyrou knew exactly
Show the
what
goal.
was
Let's
going
keep showing the goal.
Lee's handcuffs Pickard, kind of makes him stationary. Bushkiewicz, the biggest guy in the line, goes to the net and bashes it home.
We act like we act like Picard's the starting goalie and is getting paid $10 million a year.
This was a team dead in the water. Four Nations break still under 500. Gene Principe, what do you got?
I like their hair. That's what I got right now. I enjoy that. And that blue thinks of...
You know what the scariest part about this is? The Blues need to win out or they're dead in the water and won't make the playoffs. Pathetic.
3:30 Eastern, 12:30.
I totally agree. Amberson needs to be better. That's why he won't be in the playoff lineup.
Recent West Coast trip got Louis to a ball game. Always a win. When I get the big man, it's fun. Here's McDavid. It didn't hurt that you saw a home run on the first pitch you saw when we walked into the ballpark.
Love those dingers.
It doesn't matter, Joe.
Back to Bouchard, a shot tipped.
Like, I can't emphasize this enough. The Oilers have 2 games against San Jose. Do you honestly think they're going to lose to San Jose? Yeah, that belt is $500. It was available when Raw came to Edmonton. $500.
Bouchard receives from
Expensive as hell.
On to Janmark, and now put Colson driving around toward Chenko, the backhander off the pads of Bennington.
I have a friend of mine that bought one for him and his son. Dude, that's nuts.
Do that. Reset it. Remember, even in the first matchup, Edmonton was up 3-0 in the third. You thought game over. Blues got 2 on the board, made it a hockey game. You just don't see a blowout between these two that often. Tense, exciting games, no matter what the records are of the respective teams. And really, the last 6 or 7 years, they've both been pretty competitive. Suter flings it down the middle. Thomas with a chance, denied by Pickard. As the Blues look to regain the lead. Here's Broberg. Thomas feeling it. Bushkiewicz gives it back to him. Trying to center. Came back to him on a tip from Stetcher. Shot Broberg. Swatted away by Pickard. Rebound Thomas. Bushkiewicz. Broberg. Kyrou. Top line just wheeling it around right now. Thomas absorbs the hit.
No, so
St. Louis finally had.
If we win this game, guys, the only way that Calgary makes the playoffs is if we lose every game and don't get a point, not 1 point. We go into overtime, we get a point, we're in. Calgary has to win out, and the Oilers have to lose out because the Oilers hold the tiebreaker. So now that Vancouver's been officially eliminated, Calgary needs to win out, and we need to lose out. That is the only way the Oilers miss the playoffs. So can I please tell you guys, stop worrying about it. Calgary has to lose in regulation. But again, like I said, it doesn't matter. We're not losing 2 to San Jose. Let's say worst case scenario, all right? I'll play the game. Worst case scenario, Oilers lose today. They lose against San Jose on Friday. They lose on Sunday to Winnipeg. They lose on Monday to LA. Now, Wednesday, the final game of the year, Oilers are a must-win, or they could be out of the playoffs. Do you not think everybody is available for that game? Yes. If we take this game to overtime, we are guaranteed a playoff spot. Thanks to us beating Calgary more than they beat us this year. Who knew those games would actually matter? But like I said to everybody, the only games that matter in the NHL are your division rival games. Yes, Calgary can still get in a wild card spot. The only way the Oilers don't make the playoffs is if Calgary overtakes a wild card, overtakes us. But yeah, Calgary can still make a wild card spot. They can still take St. Louis out or Minnesota out. And seeing as Minnesota won today, they are now the 7th seed and St. Louis is the 8th seed. So it's still doable for Calgary to make the playoffs, just not overtake us. If we get 1 point, we've pretty much sealed our fate for a playoff spot. That's why I say with full honesty, it's not going to happen. Calgary's not catching us. We're playing LA or Vegas, depending on how LA and Vegas play down the stretch. We're going west. At the end of the year, we're going west. And that's kind of what this team wanted to do. That's what this team was. They did it in March.
Say, considering he's only played this being his 5th, he's doing pretty darn well because at this time of the season, teams are battling for a lot.
So he's jumped into the top 6. No easy task with the injury to Holloway. I mean, you're filling in for a guy who's just been lighting it up all year. Neighbors able to wedge that successfully down the ice. 11 minutes to play.
Absolutely.
Tied at 3. Edmonton,
And I blame the Oilers for that.
a secure playoff position. Right now, Calgary at
No,
32,
Canucks got eliminated today.
in Orange County. Chipped in by Connor Brown.
With that Minnesota win, the Canucks got eliminated.
Shot and pinballed around, stayed out. Bushkevich, who tied the game moments ago. Thomas, beaten by McDavid, then a steal, and down the middle. Here comes Jordan Kyrou, drop past Bushkevich, and he couldn't get it back to Thomas. Nurse angles it up. Connor Brown, waiting, shooting, save, rebound. Skinner can't get there. And Fowler crashed into his old goaltender. Bushkevich, chances at both ends. Kyrou, Thomas in front, tipped. Bouchard with a block. Bushkevich was sitting there in the slot.
10 minutes left to go in the third period.
Puck never arrived.
Shots are 22-21 St. Louis. Score is 3-3.
Bouchard a shot, and that was flipped wide. Nathan Walker carries it up the right-hand side. Muldoon tried to get there. Lead pass Corey Perry. Center ice dumps it in. Our colleague Beatsy got a Rounders reference in the other night. There you go. We've got to get copyright on that. Here's Sundqvist up the right-hand side. Wrist shot, steered aside by Pickard. Rebound clubbed wide by Muldoon. Taken by Kulak. He'll put it up on the plexi. Held in by Suter, albeit momentarily. Tucker Ariza.
Barbershop, in case you missed the graphic.
He'll dump it in.
Here's the graphic once again.
Tucker drew a second assist on St. Louis's first goal tonight, the short-handed goal by Suter. St. Louis led 1-0 after 1, Edmonton 2-1 after 2. Here's Arvidsson. Trying to get it in deep. Blues.
He does make it look. He does look lazy. I guess that's the problem when people have a really smooth skating style. It just looks lazy, but it's not. Like, I will give him that it's not lazy. It just looks that way. I wish I could skate as smoothly as Bouchard does. Unfortunately, I got cement feet, and that's that. Yeah. I kind of should put a Connor Garland up there this year. That was last year's elimination. Maybe I should put but Connor Garland doesn't get hit because he's a baby and doesn't go places where he gets hit. But it's like I said last year, yeah. Like I said last year, as much as Vancouver exceeded expectations all year, they didn't match them. They didn't even come close to matching them this year. And that's why when I say Holloway had a career year this year, cool. Broberg, career year this year. Cool. What are you going to do next year? Like Hyman, career year last year. Hopkins, career year last year. Cool. What did you do this year? You kind of tailed off. Not a little bit, but a lot of it. And that's where I'm at with that team, with these two players. They tailed off a lot.
But goals and huffing and puffing on the bench for good measure. He's been around it in this game tonight. Down players, you know you have to pick it up. Everybody's got to perform a little harder, and he's really stepped up his game. Hitting right from the get-go, has been around the net, had a couple great chances to score, and then eventually right here, this made it in the second period. 2-1 for Edmonton. He becomes the 10th double-digit scorer for the Oilers this season.
Oilers have 10 double-digit goal scorers. I'm going to have to check through my record, my stat book, to see if any team has that amount.
Two teams trying to reel in a playoff spot. Two teams that if they get going, they are going to be tough outs in the upcoming Stanley Cup playoffs. Here's Nurse up the left-hand side. The Blues are going. I mean, they don't have to get going. They've won 12 out of 13. Here's a wrist shot that was blocked in front of Calvin Pickard. Going for the home run. Bouchard, and he's got it. Skinner takes the drive.
Skinner gets slashed on the hands, no call. How do you not call that a penalty?
Down the ice. That's going to be on net. No icing. What a
Come on, ref. Like,
Right on the tape. You couldn't have put it better on Skinner's tape. And what a
Bouchard with an awesome pass.
just could not finish.
Two-hand slash on the top of the hands. Doesn't get called.
Here's Braden Shen. 8 minutes to go. Corey Perry funnels it over to
Yeah.
Kulak. One batted down with a high stick, negated by the fact Perry comes in, walks to his right, and then pushed off the puck by Broberg.
Two cross checks. Shen and Broberg cross check Corey Perry.
The sweater and freed up
Nice.
for Lenny. Snuggerud lost the handle. Got it back, forced it in.
This game's looking like overtime. 7 minutes left to go in the third. 3-3 hockey game.
Winding around. Bolduc anticipated. A smart play to just jab that back through neutral. And now Bolduc has a notion. Trying to center for Foxa. Could not find it. Ronnie Foxa. Just 4 goals all year.
Solid backtrack there by Noah Filchek, sorry. And then a good finish in the corner to get it out of the zone. If he slows up there coming down the middle of the ice, that's a great A chance.
Icing against
Yeah, Nick.
Edmonton.
Yeah, Nick, there was. And it showed something in the locker room that it wasn't supposed to show. And it pissed a lot of fans off. They showed something in the locker room that pissed a lot of fans off. But
Home. A little quicker than he wanted to shoot it.
that's offside.
I think there's a handful of people in the league that forgot how good Cam Fowler was.
I agree with you.
Holy
I think
fuck.
he
Can we
should-
stop talking about calls not being called? That's a penalty, guys. Like, Cam Fowler's such a great defenseman. Yeah, he got it with a slash on the hands. Kind of stupid.
Back for them. And, I mean, he's a fantastic defenseman. His skating is still world class.
Well, and it's magnified by the fact, lest we forget, I mean, they don't have Torrey Krug.
Yep.
I mean,
Or Cole Parayko right now.
right, but I mean, Krug is a guy that, you know, when they acquired him, you pencil him in for 80 games, 40-plus points perhaps on the back end. And it just, you know,
No,
has not worked out. Krug hasn't been able to stay
So they had
healthy.
the upcoming 20-game schedule, and they had certain games listed as losses. Oh, the Oilers are going to win this game.
Went his way, and it's been unfortunate. But
4-3, may it be in overtime or regulation, but 4-3 is going to be your final score for the Oilers.
Players, and Fowler was a terrific pickup.
Here's Stetcher.
Thank you for your comment, Jesse.
Grouping against Thomas. 6 minutes to go. Tied at 3. Kulak lost the handle. Thomas tried to.
That's not your game,
force that
Kulak.
through to Kyrou, broken up. Connor Brown will put it behind Broberg. Letty races over. Got it through McDavid, but not Kulak. He'll step up and shoot. Glove save.
That's your game.
By Biddington, as I think Brown
Yeah,
on a
yeah.
flyby was trying to deflect.
The Oilers put them down as pre-DLs, and people lost their fucking minds over it. Like, lost their fucking minds over what they read and how they read it. How can you write that down? You shouldn't be putting that on a chalkboard. You shouldn't be... Like, what do you mean? Like, you expect your team to go 82-0? No, they know the situation. This is our third game in 4 nights. This is going to be a back-to-back game. This is going to be a game where we're coming home after a long road trip. Or we're going on a long road trip and this is the final game of a long road trip. Yeah, every team has those games they circle as possible losses. Does it mean they go out there and lose those games? Does it mean they go out there and not win those games? No. It's Teams know what their capabilities are and where it is okay to lose a game here or there. That's why they get paid the big bucks. You know what I mean? Like, that's why they get paid the money they do and we don't get paid nothing. Like, if you think your team is going to go 82-0, good for you. But that's just not the NHL. It's going to be great to see Washington knocked out in round 1.
In practice for the last week, how has he looked in the game?
Pretty much the same in my eyes. I mean, he's come out, he's handled the puck really well, he's had it on a string when he's needed to. There's the first assist he made on the nice little poke check to Brown. Gets another one here on Todd Colson's goal. So instantly having an impact on the score sheet. He draws this penalty against Shen, driving to the net, and he was around it here again, where Arvidsson at that time made it 3-2 to lead the St. Louis Blues have since made it 3-3, but for Connor McDavid, after missing 8 games, hasn't missed a beat.
Nurse has had 2 assists in 4 of his last 9 games. He and McDavid both with a pair of helpers tonight. We're tied at 3. St. Louis has come back twice in this third period to tie. And now it's Buchnevich who got the equalizer for 3-3. Couldn't handle. Here's McDavid. Challenge.
Right.
Put it in the corner for Brown. Whipped around the boards. Thomas. And that didn't get through, but Bouchard didn't make enough of a play on it. And so Thomas takes it for Buchnevich. Heads for the net. Good shot. And that missed high blocker. Kept him alive with a shot toward Kyrou. But quickly backhanded down the ice by Podkolzin. Is it long enough for
That's icing against the Oilers. 4.5 left now. 3-3 is the score.
Wondering about Ozempic?
Wow.
Just ask your doctor.
It's a tight one.
Connor McDavid had snuck back on the bench there, Jack, and Robert Thomas coming back to his bench said, hey, 97's got to go back out there for this face. They don't miss anything.
Deadly uncles, yeah.
Although it's hard to imagine the opposition necessarily.
I was a deadly uncle once.
To return. See whether
Good point.
leads
Careful what you wish for.
Exactly.
Now I'm just deadly.
Behind the net for Brayden Schenn in the slot. Snuggerud had it stopped. And the Oilers will break out.
Smudge fan, such a great guy.
By Connor Brown. Anaheim has won that game in overtime against Calgary, so neither team will clinch tonight because the Flames got a point, but they're also 1 point closer to the postseason. Perry to Kulak, a blast, that's sailed live. And again, Calgary led that game 3-1 with 4 minutes to go. We have seen some crazy finishes the last 48, 72 hours. Kulak up the left-hand side. That's going to be icing.
That shouldn't be icing.
With 4 minutes on the game clock.
Sit down, nephew.
Both teams right now really buckling down in their defensive zones.
Nephew!
Pucks are getting out, and that one alone.
Who's that blonde in the corner?
It'll be another
I'll make
offensive
her
zone
your
face-off
auntie.
to the right of Calvin Pickard. A great chance was created after the last one. In the slot.
Powwow season, man. Powwow season. Ugh. The stories. The stories. Great dance. Great music. A lot of aunties.
Moxa and Muldoon trying to hunt down the puck off the draw. Kulak, though, won the battle, sent it over to Emberson. He'll whistle one off the boards. That went through Tucker. Binnington dashes out to make a play on it.
Good night, Joe. 3.5. Not even. Not even. Mas. Your small wee nook. Ugh.
Darnell Nurse looking up ice.
Oh, that could have been winning one. Cousin. Yeah, you don't want to get caught sleeping with your cousin. Although everyone on reserve is related some way or another. Makes you wonder.
Thomas lurking on the forecheck.
Yeah.
Lewis
Good times, good times. Summertime is the best time. Small town Alberta, small town Saskatchewan. McDavid gets slashed 3 times by 3 different players. No call on any of it. Imagine that, eh? Just imagine it.
Bouchard gave it right back to McDavid. A quartet of Blues go at him. And now it's Brown to Bouchard breaking loose. Shut down by Nathan Walker.
Hey, that's a penalty. 2.5 minutes left to go in the game. Oilers get a power play. Oh, no.
Set up by McDavid and speed through the neutral zone. He eludes Buchnevich in the defensive zone and punches through. They defend it well. But then the nice little back pass to Brown is what sets this in motion. Once this puck gets the Bouchard,
Get a goal here.
he has the presence to drive this to the net and a little toe drag.
It's not a lie, man. Not a lie.
And a nice toe drag on the spin. He gets taken down. And Walker just trying to break him up, going to the net, trips him up. A power play late here for Edmonton.
Just the respect for Bouchard's shot combined with, that all started when McDavid draws a quartet of defenders to him. And they've got to find their man after that.
Well, it was a terrific job because Buchnevich was on the forecheck and all.
Yeah, Bouchard did a thing.
He wanted to pick him up coming out of the zone, and it was a little juke by McDavid.
Make him a forward. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Make him a forward.
Back deep in the zone, as you said, Jack. On that speed, he possesses through the neutral zone. They broke it up, but on the ensuing play, a penalty was drawn.
Gerson Bouchard, so unlike when they're in full strength, and we've got a...
No way you're calling that!
Wow.
That's such bullshit.
Second penalty of the game.
That's bullshit.
Connor McDavid can't believe it. He'll trudge to the box.
You can't call that.
Importantly, 4-on-4, he's not available. Second of the game, so he wins this drop back, and then he just tangles up. And
There's no way you call that. You call that there? I want you to call it every fucking time it happens off every face-off.
Pressure at the blue line.
Bet you won't.
And McDavid just trying to give his defenseman a little bit of time, digs in a little deep. Didn't like the call, but I agree with it. He interfered with him.
Once he gets turned,
Yeah. How about every other time that he gets interfered with off the face-off? We call that.
These two teams are both great 4-on-4. What a chance. Shen might have caught the outside of the goalpost.
So fucking sick of Francis Shalom, man.
4-on-4 this year. Oilers have outscored their opposition 5-0. St. Louis 6-1.
What a joke. 4-on-4 for a minute and a half, and then St. Louis will have a 5-second power play.
Falk gives way to Braden Shen. Bouchard and Arvidsson on this side. Enrique and Nurse. Challenge up top. It's Cam Fowler. Dishing off one-timer ripped right to the chest of Pickard by Justin Falk.
Like, I'm sorry, but we see that at least 5 times a game on McDavid, on Draisaitl, on Hyman. But no, Francois Charon. Like, why do you got to make yourself the center of attention, you useless fuck? Man, referees in the NHL, man.
Up against Janmark in the face-off circle to Pickard's right. Kulak and Stetcher defensively. And you've got Hyman out there joining Janmark. Off the draw. Edmonton wins it. Janmark does his job. He'll change. Kulak allowing that to take place. And now on the ice comes Jeff Skinner. Popped off his stick. Skinner was not on the ice in the late
It boggles me how bad officiating is in this league.
On the ice, 4-on-4 with 90 seconds to go. This has turned out to be a heck of a hockey game. Buchnevich. Hyman bearing down on him. Buchnevich tied the game earlier in this period. And Thomas flicked it down low. And then he couldn't corral initially. Got roughed up by Kulak and Stetcher down low. And Kulak eventually able to peel it out of that traffic. Skinner on to Hyman. Zach Hyman dishing off Stetcher. Little spin
1 minute remaining in the
checking him.
in the game. 17 seconds left to go 4-on-4.
Less than a minute to go.
And then the Oilers will kill a penalty for 5 seconds.
We're going to have Nathan Walker and Connor McDavid coming out of the box 3 seconds apart. Here's Brown. He'll chip it in deep. Fowler will backhand it. No, he'll keep it and then fire a home
Makeup call missed.
5 seconds to go. What a chance for Walker. What a feed for Fowler. Here's McDavid looking to win it.
Brown scores! Brown scores! 4-3 Oilers! 19 seconds left to go in the game. Fuck you, St. Louis! What a play by Darnell Nurse. What a pass by McDavid. What a finish by Brown. Let's go, Oilers. Woo. Hey, baby. Shut up. No call because he fell over his own 2 feet. No call because he fell over his own 2 feet. Shut your mouth. Get out of here. You might not even make playoffs. That 12-game win streak was what? Best team in the NHL. What? Hottest team. What? Whole lot of nothing. Go ahead. Have your 12-game win streak.
Winner in St. Louis back in February, and now he comes up with a go-ahead goal with 20 seconds to go.
Timeout by St. Louis. Hey, Francois Charon, number 6. You look pissed about that, don't you?
It's hard to do it better than Connor Brown.
Empty net.
Yeah, you know, listen, he suffered a really traumatic injury a couple of years ago, and last year was him getting his feet underneath him again. But just like last season, he's finding his best hockey late in this year. And look at the celebration, smile for Connor. Happy to be back in the lineup, put it to Brown. And for Connor Brown, he's finding his game here too, and it's the speed.
We hear you, Northern. We hear you. Rogers is blowing up. 20 seconds left. Game's not over. 20 seconds left.
The last 9 games for Edmonton, and they're going to need them all.
20 seconds to play. St. Louis wasting no time. Bennington's on the bench. 6 on 5. It's 4-3 Oilers.
Oh, stop it, you pussy. Stop it. You're not going to beat up McDavid. He might punch you in the mouth.
And off the draw. Henry. Watch it. Grab. Brought in by Kyrou. 15 seconds. Thomas to Fowler. Down low. Shoots it. And it was deflected. Up on the glass. Fowler. 10 seconds to go. Here's the finish. It's loose behind the net. And we've got a timeout as the net
gets launched off. Whew, Henry just cross-checks neighbors to the back.
And I think there's still a little time left on the clock here, and it did ultimately run down. But that puck did come right through the crease on that play.
The ref with his bets. He did look that. No, honestly, he had that look on the face like, oh shit. I bet the Blues. We're not winning our bets. He had that look on his face like, oh shoot. I just spent a lot of money that he definitely looked like a kid that got caught in the cookie jar. Woo. Blocked by McDavid. Oilers win. Play La Bamba, baby. Who said this team was done? Score! All the haters are back on the bandwagon now. I give you $20 on that. Oilers win. Oilers have clinched a playoff spot, baby.
This was a gritty one, and it was digging by every
game-winning goal scored by Connor Brown.
Oilers win 4-3 against the St. Louis Blues in regulation. Never in doubt. So again, I say to all those people on TikTok that were talking shit to me all day, oh, this team isn't going to win another game all year. This team isn't going to beat the St. Louis Blues. Where's the shit talk now? And yeah, I will go very, very publicly on TikTok and say, what? So all you people that are off the bandwagon, don't worry, boys. There's lots of room on the bandwagon for you. We'll definitely make sure to free some space for you. Anyways, my name is Matt for Oilers Fan Reaction. Oilers win 4-3. Flames lose in overtime. I don't know what the score was. I will go check for you guys right meow, because that's what I do. What a game. What a freaking game. Flames lose 4-3. Oilers win 4-3. Flames lose 4-3. Woohoo! Guys, I don't know if you guys can tell by my excitement, but this game meant a lot to me personally and for the Oilers. I'm not going to tell you it was a big fuck you to the Blues for offer sheeting Broberg and Holloway, but I'm going to tell you this was a big fuck you to Broberg and Holloway for not signing with us. I mean, streaking on white, that's a thing of the 06. That's a thing of the 06 playoffs, man. Have a good night, everyone. My name is Matt for Oilers Fan Reaction. Have a good one. Doses. Oilers win. Never in doubt. God damn.